Hi guys. If you are wondering why we have such a glow, it's because ACs break during heat waves, and ours did. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who is here in person because we are going to sweat this together, and no one has to worry about smelling because we all do. And we'll be switching venues at least this afternoon. I'll have more information after I talk with Brad about if we're in the second venue the whole time, or just for today. But I am excited because the Barrels Weekend is one of my favorites. Heather Ingram is back with us. She was here like I think the first. Heather, were you here for the first weekend or the second? First?
Both first and second, Matt and
Okay.
Reformer.
Oh my God. So you get to see how far these guys have come too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is a dream. It's honestly one of my favorite weekends, and I it's interesting because I think people often wonder like, you know, why don't we do the barrels sooner? Things like that. And the reality is, every time I think about switching the barrels and the chairs, I stop myself because um, there's something about the chairs that can take like if you're advancing to the next level. There's some of the barrels that makes me wish we could do a pre-elevate and everyone does a little bit of barrels before. But the barrels are amazing, and I'm truly just so excited for us to actually be here together. Just a reminder, because this is the type of weekend where we all start to worry, like, oh my God, it's over. It is not over. Heather, how not over is it this weekend?
It, it's so not over. Enjoy it. It's not over.
Yeah, yeah. I talk to Heather all the time and with all the other Elevate grads. In fact, there's a beautiful message that in the chaos of setting today up, didn't have time to read from Ainsley. I don't know, Heather, if you got to read it, but it's this beautiful thing because
Yeah.
her group graduated a year ago. And so she took time as she was hearing that today was the weekend to like reflect back about like how far she's come in a year. And between Elevate and agency, like just some really beautiful leaps and bounds in her life have been made, and it's just so fun and fabulous. And I'm really just so excited. I get excited for you guys because I know what is to come, and I know you guys are like, "Oh my God, there's so much more. I have these questions I have to get answered." They will get answered. You have to ask them. Okay, if you ask them, they will get answered. What we're going to start with in just a second, actually, Heather, is there anything that you want them to think about or consider of this weekend? Like, is there anything you wish you'd taken invite, like thought about before the weekend started?
Yeah, I think for me, so it's funny. Barrels was my favorite weekend, ironically, even though I thought at the time like Cadillac or Chair or all the other weekends were. Um, I think what will be helpful if you go into all barrels with more curiosity to understand that there are so many exercises you can do on all the shapes of the barrels. That didn't click to me as a method until I started going through the weekend to think, oh, you can do the ab series here. Oh, you can do this here. I was thinking about spine correctors, little barrel, and ladder barrel. So I would keep that in mind. So just kind of have that curiosity. I just found it really like, wow, there's more than I thought. It's more than ballet stretches. Every studio I was in, it was just like kick your leg over it, round forward, and that's it.
Yeah,
So
and people
I
barely
would
round
enjoy
forward. They
that.
just kind of
Yeah.
treat it like a track, like they're just putting their leg on a bleacher.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I'll say, so Leslie will probably say this, but it was something that really clicked for me. Because I personally always struggled with extension, I did not realize how creating extension in your body can create emotion.
Mm.
So I would just say roll with whatever your body feels this weekend. And you might hearing these words right now, you might think I'm silly to say this, but like come Sunday, I just want you all weekend, keep in the back of your mind, honor your body, whatever it feels as you're going through extension.
Yes,
I'll
I do
just
love
kind of
that.
leave it there.
Yeah, and before I forget, since we'll say that, I'll say, be mindful if you are at home practicing these things. Obviously, at my studio, um, they're going to take turns. There is such a thing as back bend headaches, and we're not necessarily going to go flexion, extension. I'm just going to kind of like go through. And so it might be extension, extension, extension. Please take breaks. If you get a headache, There's nothing wrong. You're fine. Drink some water, take some time. It does dissipate, but I get them in yoga as well. So it happens. Thank you, Heather, for those wonderful words. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a mat workout to warm up our bodies. At my space, have an extra mat here. In the living room, there's a blue mat that I don't think I got set up, guys. So sorry. And there's a Cadillac, and I have an extra thick mat here if all five of you want to work out. We're gonna do a little mat workout. So everyone gets set up. Take a dowel, please. Take a dowel. If you are not moving with us today, we'll go camera off for the workout just for the replay. It's easier to watch. So those of you who are at my space, if you're going to move your phone to where we can watch you, great. If you're not, just turn your camera off. So I'll have Gwyneth on, but I won't have you on, Miranda. So if you do want to see yourself on the replay, just set a camera up. Great. Gwyneth, can you turn your camera off since it's not on you? Yeah. And then we're getting closer to getting started. You will start standing up unless for some reason you cannot. Great. Getting closer, getting closer. So we are going to do the order. You are not going to do exercises that are not right for your body, correct? Okay, great. You can replace them with something you can do, or you are going to, enjoy a little break and join us on the next thing. We're going to do 3 reps of everything. So I'm not going to call out the reps, just know it's 3, except for the 100, you'll do the full thing. Okay. All right. It looks like we're pretty close. So go ahead and stand at the top of your mat. Those of you on Cadillacs and towers, be kind to yourself and layer one arm over the other. And go ahead and lower yourself down and get right into your 100. After your 100, it's going to be roll up and then roll over if you do it. If you don't do it, just keep rolling up. And with your roll ups, I want to see dowels. And don't forget the legs are together on the roll ups. And on the rollovers, if you have handles, you can use them. Just 3 of each. If there's a different direction, you'll do 3 in each direction. Vicky, can your legs be together, babe? It's the roll up. After rollovers, you have 3 single leg circles. Remember, we're not in a race. So be quick, but don't hurry. Be quick, but don't hurry. So when you flex those feet, take an extra stretch with it, right? Point the feet to roll down, Cordelia. So they go over pointed, they flex to close, they point to roll down. Yeah, they're in the Cadillac. After three single leg circles in each direction, you have your rolling like a ball, three of them. Oh, Christine, while you're up, open that up. Yes. So rolling like a ball has pointed feet, single leg circles. That bottom foot is flexed, Dan. Yeah, reach that heel even further, Dan. Reach it. Yes, sir. That, oh my gosh, that is the sexiest ankle. Okay, flexed ankles are sexy ankles. Christine's gonna pull her whole foot back too. Gwyneth can take her legs lower. So when you go out, Gwyneth, they start lower, not dropping down, out lower. Yeah. Yep. I love that you guys already went to the ab series. So three of each, which means three each side on the crisscross. Everyone gets a little fast on those single straight leg stretches. So take your time, find the push and the pull. Vicky, can you pull your legs in without dropping your heels? So do that double leg stretch again. And imagine there's a ring of fire. Send your legs into the ring of fire, pull. Yeah, that's it, babe. Thank you. You can go into your single straight leg now. That I'm satisfied. Mm. Flex feet, Cordelia. Spine stretch forwards, flex feet. You could stand on a wall. They're so flexed. Thank you, Des. Thank you. Those of you in crisscross are not going to rush it. You're going to juice it out. Oh my gosh, look at Dan's sexy ankles. Yeah, open leg rocker, three. You can do all the variations. Corkscrew, it's three in each direction. You do not have to lift your hips up, but you do have to work those shoulders wide. Nice job. Oh, I loved Sally already had flexed ankles. Thank you, Sally. All right, then you have your saw, three each way, and your swan, whatever swan you do. Straight elbows on those open leg rockers. And remember, the saw doesn't have to have any funky hand switching. Focus on your hands just facing down and your hips anchoring, Des. You're doing a little shimmy shim. Thank you. Oh, Cordelia, can you do another swan dive with more internal rotation on your legs? They got a little wide on you, babe. Try it again. So spin them up. It'll feel pigeon-toed. Yep. Now go for it. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. After your version of the swan, then you have single leg kick and double leg kick. Oh, those double leg kicks. Remember that I don't care if your arms get straight. I care if you touch your ceiling. Touch your ceiling, not your feet. Yeah. Elbows have to come down in between. Jay would get really like, come on, let the elbows hang down. It's a stretch of your shoulders. After your double leg kick, you do a stretch and then thigh stretch. So the knees are apart, but they're hugging towards each other. And if you have a dowel, you're starting with the dowel up and you lower it as you lean and you lift as you lift. Yes. After three, neck pull. If you don't do neck pull, roll ups. Roll ups are legs together. Neck pulls legs apart. Don't you think that Joe is so genius? You just did all this stuff to open the front of your hips before you do neck pull and before you do high scissors, high bicycle, which is like you have to have strong glutes, hamstrings, open hips. All right, if you're not doing high scissors, high bicycle, you're replacing it with what you can do. And then we go to shoulder bridge, three each side. Ah, Jamila, nice little cheat with those handles. You do have to put your hands on your hips. It's better. Do that bicycle again. You cannot bicycle with your hands overhead. You have to. I like it. Thumbs with your fingers. There you go. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You can bicycle away from your face. I know it. Come on. Over. Reach over there. Reach for the mat. There you go. Pretending like you don't know bicycle. All right, shoulder bridge, three, spine twist, three each way, flexed ankles, Cordelia. I want sexy ankles on this spine twist. Means pinky toes pull back two. Christine, that top leg needs to go straight up, babe. It's getting over your face. Straight up. Oh, I see. You're trying to use my riser. Yeah, stay with it. Use the riser to know which, that leg needs to go straight up. You might be hitting it, but your top leg is going over your face. It has to stay up to the ceiling. All right, after high scissors, high bicycle, your spine twist. Some of you are waiting for me to tell you what's next. Jackknife, side leg kicks. That's better, Christine. There you go. Reach for the mat, babe. Almost there, Vicky. You're almost there. There you go. Vicky, oh my goodness, from the first week to now, more parallel before you go up. So the legs stay together. You just go overhead, parallel the floor. Do it. Yes, now go up. Yes, girl. Ah, look good in blue. After your jackknives with your side kicks, both sides. Show me a good transition. Try to flip all the way over to the other side and just set up with both legs together. Some of you are getting a little fast on your side kicks at your chest. Vicky, are you able to come off your forearm and balance with your head in your hand? Come down, down. Yeah. Nice teaser, Jamila. So we're not performing, right? This is our mat. Three reps of each. You could do this every day in 21 minutes. After your side kicks, it's teaser, it's hip circles if you do them, and then swimming. Swimming after your hip circles, then it's leg pulls. Remember, the hip circles are not about how high the toes get, but how big the circles can be side, low, side. Way to go, crew. Looking good. After your leg pulls, it's the kneeling side kicks. Christine, I can see you working on keeping that back still. I like it. I like it. Also, you'd fall off that Cadillac, so it's important. Oh, Desi, show me length for over lift. Don't go for the ceiling. Go for across the room. Touch that reformer in front of you. Yeah, touch that reformer. That is the leg kick. That's the leg pull. That's the leg pull. Thank you. Thank you. My girls are reaching for their fans. Reach for a fan. After you do your kneeling side kicks, you have side bend. If you do it, and the bicycle, if you're feeling like you're going through the motions on the bicycle, full permission just to hold the leg there and visualize the bicycle. It's better. Nice. Then we go into the rolling finale, boomerang, seal, crab, rocking. And we don't, with the rolling series, you never want to stop. Wow, Jamila, way to roll on the wild side there, babe. Roll on that wild side, girl. If you're not on top of a piece of equipment you can fall off of and you want to do the crab into a headstand, you can. Remember, that means you can't be in a rush. I know, you're like, it's the finale. I've got to get it done. You guys are doing great on time. Work from the center. Rocking, control balance. If you do it, roll up to standing, push ups. Cordelia, rest for a second. Your last couple of rocks were getting better. You're started with your head. So come back into it, reach. Now lift, pull your shoulders from on your back, lift your legs. Now knock yourself onto your chest by lifting your legs. Lift your legs. Yeah, lift your legs. There you go, Cordelia. That's it. Rest. That's it. Ooh, way to go. Some of you are doing great. Okay, I want to see heads in when you transition to your push-ups. I want to see you watching your inner thighs. Look at those calves there. Look at those sexy ankles until the end. Better, Dan. Much better. All right, heels are together on the push-ups. And make sure you're maintaining weight on the balls of your feet. Heels together, toes apart, weight. Oh, we're leaning back, Miranda, now, and we're sticking our head out. Oh no, you got to do it again. Don't worry, people are still moving. There's time. If you finish, you can just watch everyone finish. If you're still rolling, take your time. We're not in a rush. Juice out each exercise. Gwyneth, heels together. Do one more. These are not fitness push-ups. These are Pilates push-ups. Fitness push-ups are all arms. Pilates push-ups are the whole body. Now you have to lift your head. You're the only one who gets to lift their head. hmm Desi, you look like you're at my house. All right, I still see people wrapping up, so they're gonna wrap up. If you were watching and you're in the AM group off camera, you can bring your camera on. You guys, these looked so much better, like so strong, so so strong. That's it. I like where you're at in those feet, Christine. Good job. And the head was in beautiful. Way to go. Way to go. Oh, I love it. We had great talks this week. This have improved so much. Um, so here's what we're gonna do. Um, I want you to take out a piece of paper or something on your phone or just something. I want you to just let's actually don't take anything out. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. So we're gonna go back in time to oh yeah. Oh, you can have your video back on. Hold on. I didn't turn it off. Oh. Okay. I want you to think back into January. Day one of January, we did the mat, how you felt. I just want you to just take a moment to like be in your body of who you were in January. 8 months ago, what were you feeling? What were you thinking? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Did you think like, ah, this is gonna be a walk in the park? Was it overwhelming? I just want you to just take time to be that person for a minute. And then when you're ready to open your eyes, then you can grab something to write with. And I want you to celebrate how much you've done. What are you proud of? I don't want to hear, oh, I still have this to work on. No, 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 no. Like what have you how do you feel today? The version of you that's 8 months in, that just did this match. What are you celebrating? Since your practice, what are you celebrating? And take your time. Maybe you have gratitude for yourself for what you've done. About another minute if you're still writing. All right. Is there anyone who would like to share? Yeah, go ahead, Des, and then Jamila.
I will share. When we started back in January, I felt nervous, scared to death. Um, I was very embarrassed, like I wasn't going to be able to keep up and I didn't know what I was doing. And then through this 9 month journey, and now I've grown into like self confidence through all you guys. Um, I'm also celebrating my friendships I've made here because that's been huge. I mean, my little throuple, Sally and Melanie, we just, it's just great. We kind of feed off of each other and we're all in the same space, really, if we think about it. And the things my body allows me to do versus what I can't do, I've really come to accept that. So
Mm.
that's where I'm at. Yeah. Oh,
I
and the
love.
order. The order is ingrained in my skull now. So so that's good.
That's so good, Des. I'm happy to hear that. I remember when we met in person last summer. It's like a year that
hmm
we met, right? And I was just like, oh, this girl has to fucking do this. I really like her. And it's
Yeah.
just been really fun. And today, your leg pull was like, did you feel the difference when you went longer?
I can feel it. Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, that's your
And
new
you
leg pull.
guys, I told Leslie on like our first assessment call that I did not like teaching at all. Like I actually kind of hated it. So that was my like dirty secret. And then now I love it. I love it. So thank you. Yep.
Ah, that makes me so happy. I remember you
Yeah.
said that, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was so sad. I was
I
sad
know.
for you. I was like, but you have like, wow, that has to be hard to have this studio
hmm I was so
and to
lucky and
not,
blessed and I was hating it. Yeah. So go figure.
yeah,
But you made me
yeah.
love it again. All you guys. We're a big
Mm,
fat team. So it's been really great.
that
So,
makes me happy.
mhm.
Thank you for
So
sharing.
thanks. Yes, of course. Thank you.
Jamila.
A few things. I really feel like for the first time ever, like I'm a classical Pilates girl. Like I've never had that type of education or training. So I always thought of myself as like a contemporary Pilates person, but I just love the classical method and being able to just do like the mat series. Like I'm so proud to say like I'm a classical girl now. So for me,
Mm,
that's such a big deal.
mm,
I'm also proud of myself that in the same week, I started this program and opened my studio at the same time, which was
yeah.
probably really crazy. So I'm just really proud of myself that I pushed through and just put in the work, just to make sure that I was getting what I should get out of the program. So I'm just really proud of myself for pushing through on that. And also, thanks to this program, and I'll try not to get emotional, like I really feel like worthy of my clients
Mm.
now because I'm sorry, I'm not an emotional person at all.
It's okay. You're loud.
Sorry.
Heather loves
But
this right now.
Pilates is such an expensive sport and people pay so much and they put so much trust in you. And I doubted myself so much. And I thank you for making me feel worthy and giving me the knowledge and the training. I'm
Mm.
sorry to make myself worthy of calling myself a teacher. Thank you. Okay, that's enough.
Oh my
I can't
gosh,
talk anymore.
Jamila. I don't think there's a dry eye, and it's not even that I have no AC. It's we're actually crying too. I don't I just want to say thank you for sharing that with us. Like that is a big share, and I just feel so honored. Um, I think that you're not alone in that feeling. I think a lot of people don't know how to put words to that feeling. So I just want to say thank you for doing that because I'm sure there's several people here who, if they don't now, they did before feel that same way. I remember like finishing a program, like, okay, you're ready to teach. And you're like, am I? And they're going to save this much money. And um, so thank you. And you are so welcome. You put in the work, babe. You put in the work. And that's the thing about this program is I cannot do the work for you. I can't. And it's really hard for me as someone who's just like oldest daughter syndrome. Like, I'll just do it for everyone. I'll just do the thing for everybody. Part of my elevation has been I can't, here is the water. Here's how you get the water. Here are all the different ways you can drink the water. You have to want to, and so thank you for letting us do this with you. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else want to share? Melanie, are you doing it? Melanie,
Sure,
then
I'll
Vicky.
share.
Yeah.
I just feel so much more confident in my knowledge, and really confident in teaching the classical method. I taught at a contemporary studio, and I feel like that I learned a lot, but I also didn't feel as confident in teaching the classical system. So now I just feel so confident that I know what I'm doing and I can do it with anybody. I also feel like I'm just so much stronger in my own mat work, and this kind of unlocked some things I thought were never going to be possible for me, some certain exercises, and answered some questions I had about my own body. So that's been
Mm,
really good, empowering.
I love that. I know what you mean, though. I think other people, like I've had to be in spaces where I rented space and I was classical, but the equipment was contemporary, people were contemporary, and you
Hmm.
start to like wonder, like, am I an alien? Do I know it enough?
Should I be making
Especially,
up all kinds of like crazy stuff to throw a
yeah.
lot of
And also,
variety in there?
this isn't even to knock a true contemporary style Pilates, with
No.
different than like a mega farmer place, but it's just that like you start to wonder, like, is this like, am I holding on to something that's old?
Yeah.
And the truth is that every single day I feel like this practice returns me to life, you know?
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
every trip, all that stuff. And so I'm happy that you have more confidence in what you know in classical and that you feel like you know so much more because there will always be a need for what we have.
Yeah.
Always be a need for what we have. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Vicky.
Thank you.
So in January, I was just coming off the norovirus 3 days before, and I was so sore I could hardly move or breathe. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know if I'll make it through this weekend. And not only that, not only was I sick, I just wasn't as good as I am now. Like I have gotten better. I'm lighter. I can move without major restrictions. Um, I'm more confident and more competent. And um, I think a lot of the people that I work with, they're not young, healthy bodies like on the screen. So they're people that have some restrictions and some problems. And so it's not always easy just to take them through the order. And I really have to think about, okay, what am I going to do that's the best for this body? And I think this program has really helped me to more easily identify what's best for the body in front of me and what to take them to on the Cadillac or what to take them to on the barrel or the chair, and that has been really helpful. So so much more confident and back focus to me, I'm just in awe of my strong body after doing this. And I'm in awe of each one of you ladies on this. Oh, and Dan, I'm sorry, each one of you on this journey with me to be stronger and learn where we have gaps and where we need to learn. And Jamila, I feel that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Vicky, you did jackknife today beautifully. And I remember
Thank
the
you.
mat weekend, that being one of the things. I was like, just let it go. And like it was so long and strong in you. And I want to just like celebrate that. And also, I think all of us are going to get people, a majority of our clients are going to come to us with some problem. That's why they finally come to Pilates. I mean, right now, there's a bunch of people who like Pilates is popular, so they're just coming, right? And and unfortunately, those people are looking for the snatched waist and the Pilates arms, and like there's re-education there. But most of our clients are going to come to us with something that's broken or bothering them. And it's really easy from our first trainings to think about all the things they can't do and almost baby them or coddle them or put them in this box. And what I want to highlight from Vicky is my hope is that you see just how much they can do. And with focusing on what they need versus like, I need to entertain them and come up with a new thing. So did that last week. And it's like they've come 6 times and they need something. You now can build them up. And in 8 months, they might have had something that is not right for their body to something that is right for their body. Or it might take 2 years, and that's okay. Everyone's on their journey. But if we really focus on what they can do and what they need, we can change lives. And so I'm just really proud of you guys. I don't want to cut anyone. I don't want to. Sally Jo, do you have something to share? Okay, Sally Jo, and then if
Yeah,
there's anyone else, we'll do it. And then if you didn't want to share, just make sure you take time to write it down for
yeah.
yourself.
I would just say that when I first got here for Matt Weekend, I think I was the only one from the PM group, I mean, the AM group who came in person. So that was really intimidating for me. And I did not know Matt almost at all. That has been the theme of most things for me this time. So I feel like there's just been an education that is exciting. And I definitely do feel more confident in this. In my personal practice, I've just had some health issues as of the last month that have set me back. But what I felt proud about today is I still showed up. Do you know what I mean? It's not the prettiest Pilates I've ever done, but I did it. And so, and I was a little worried because I'm like, oh God, Leslie didn't say anything to me except your feet were flexed. So I thought this must really look like crap today. Or it was just a weird camera angle. But anyway, I showed up. So I was like, okay, get out of your head and just keep moving. Like just keep letting yourself do it. And I think it's the same. I had a client recently who's going through a lot of stuff in her personal life, and she came in and she was totally disconnected for her body. And she's telling me about what's going on in her marriage and all this stuff. And finally, I told her, okay, I need you to stop. This next teaser does not include your husband because you're disconnected from your body. Come back into your practice. And she goes, you know what? You're right. It doesn't. And it was like, it helped her get her back in. And so I felt like today, and honestly, over the past week, I've had to walk the walk. Like if I'm going to tell people
Mm.
they have to do this, then I need to show up in my own practice and do it too. And so I don't know that I think I was performing so much. I still feel that tendency at times. And to say, you know what, stop performing, just do it. So I don't know if that feels like a win to me today.
It was a win. I love that win. I love that reminder for us all. And I saw your mat, and honestly, like it looked better than the assessment that I just watched. So there are a couple things that were tight are always tight on you. And I was like, there's nothing to say. And that's the thing as a teacher, like when should I just not, I don't need to harp on something. I know you struggle with neck pull. I don't need to tell you again, So for me, I was just watching and I was like, that looks so much better than her assessment. um, so I think like, you know, um, it's also interesting. I remember when I would take a whole session and Jay would be correcting somebody, but I wasn't getting anything. And I'm like, see, it's like, is it better? Is it work? Like, is it so bad he's not talking to me? Like, you know? And honestly, what I had to learn from him through example is he just doesn't harp on things if he knows you're in practice. And that is the part of the talking less that I really want for all of you. It's like, if you know they can do something, you can demand it. And if you know they can't, what like, it's like yelling at traffic, like what are you gonna do? So so anyways, just all that to say, like one of the things that I really loved and it was a hard thing for me to learn because I grew up in the Pilates world where they just correct, correct, correct. You're just like seeking out, what am I doing wrong here? Am I doing wrong here? And truly, it's like, what are they doing right? What do they need? Do I need to say anything? Those are the questions that roll through my head. Gwyneth, this is so beautiful. Okay, all this love is wonderful. Keep it going. Um, Take time to celebrate. We're gonna dive into our barrels. All right, so Heather, can I get a spotlight of my pretty wall, please? Okay, so, and in just a second, we'll have a couple stations for these mats because we have a couple mats. I got that one. This one, ladies, I will need a C shaper in just a second. So sorry. Okay, so we can see these barrels. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I need one more barrel. One more. We're missing one good one. All right. So the barrels are a special piece. And I know from some of the notes, like a lot of you don't learn a ton of exercises or you learn different names. Oh, that's kind of crooked, isn't it? Let's see if we can make it not like we're on a boat. I don't know.
Better.
That might, is
That's
that better?
better. Yeah,
Okay.
better.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. Brad's attending medical appointments while we all still can. Anyways, okay. So, uh, this is our spine corrector. This is a small barrel. This carries small barrel, and I'm just gonna ask you to bring it because I only have one small barrel, and I just want to show a size difference because the
Oh,
barrels. Yeah, this is like a baby. Look at that. This is a baby barrel. And then we'll go this side. You can see it's not exactly the same height hump. It's actually a little shorter. I think this is kind of cool for who needs it. Sometimes this is too much of a hump. That being said, and you guys can all ask Carrie where this is from. But in theory, all the barrels are actually the same hump. So this ladder barrel is literally the same as this. All these are the same. Yeah. So if I had like a trio, I could put them all on these three pieces for an arm series at the same time. Now, obviously, this will be the biggest extension because their hips are going to be hanging off one side and their heads here. So they're like basically in a bridge. Here, their hips are going to be on the mat, right? So it takes that out of it. They could be here. They could also be on this side. I'll show you that in a second. Or they could be on this. Okay. Um, smaller is fine. I don't think you need bigger. I don't think anyone needs bigger, so that's fine. Miranda, can you hand me that C shaper for just a second? Thank you. So we have two different C shapers here. This one is from Bounce Body. This was the only contemporary piece of equipment in J Studio because it is the reverse barrel. So if I put it the reverse, woo, I'm like, it'll just stay there. It won't. But here we go. It's the reverse. Okay. So it's just the other side of this lovely barrel. So it was allowed in the studio because it helped teach the round shape. So we'll talk more about this on Sunday. You'll see that we have the Marathon one behind me. That's Carrie's. So a lot of people find this one for sale. And the difference isn't huge, except for I think this one is not as, I think the Bounce Body one's a little deeper. think that was a little more shallow. Okay. But both are fine. I think this one's also just slightly taller, but if you can get one used, you can't go wrong with it. Okay, so we'll do C shapers on Sunday. Today we're going to focus mostly on the small barrel and the spine corrector. I truly think of this as a place I send a lot of people who have problems with extension, or you'll see how we can use it for flexion as well. Um, but it's just a really great tool. And for a lot of us, because we spend so much time in front of our computers now, but also teachers, y'all are looking down at people on reformers all day. If you think you don't have a tech job, you do. You're doing the exact same thing. A lot of you have to change springs for clients. This makes zero sense to me, but you do. And or you do it anyways. That's this motion. And so at Romana's studio, everyone had to go back bend over the ladder barrel before they left. It was like a thing. You just did it. You had to do a reverse curve after you were done teaching. But for a lot of you, I think you might find some enjoyment doing your arm series and leg series on the spine corrector before you do any other work, because it really does help teach where you need to back bend. It gives a lot of personal feedback. Okay. Um, a lot of people wonder and worry about pillows for people's necks, right? When they do the arm series. So I'm just going to say right now, I don't pillow up a lot of people unless they truly, truly need something or it's painful. In fact, Sandy Shimoda, who owned Vintage, where Jay was at, recently taught a first time client for a group. And she put the woman over a spine corrector, and the woman's head was off the spine corrector. And she said, are you in any pain? And she said, no, she had no neck issues. And they didn't give her anything. They just let her head be like out. And as the circles continued, her chest opened up and her head went down to the spine corrector. Now that doesn't happen for everybody, but the truth is that when you support with pillows, you actually are keeping the head forward, right? So we're not helping it. So, but obviously, if there is a neck issue, some sort of condition, support it. What else? I'll show you what I like to support it with in a second. But before I continue on with the barrel, like I just want you to have visuals. Are there any questions that you want to chat about now before we dive into exercises? And I can't see my chat, Heather, so you'll just have to yell at me if there's anything.
Yeah, nothing there yet. Okay.
Yeah, I've got something.
Go, Vicky.
With the not putting the head on a pillow, does that apply like if someone has a big dowager's hump? Or, I mean, I'm working with a couple elders that really do have a hump. And so even when they're lying on the reformer, I actually have a folded towel that goes under one of them's head, because otherwise her chin is just jutting up.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like she's got kyphosis and a dowager's hump at the same time. I would just be mindful if how much you're propping it up. And um, I would probably use a system that allows me to like take things away. So if I could use 4 pads and I could take a third pad away and then a second, you know what I mean? Like I would do something, because if it's always the same size pillow, we're never going to
Yeah.
get their head back. You know what I mean?
It's
So it's just,
it's very minimal, just to keep like the ear in line with the shoulder.
yeah,
Like,
I think I would be mindful if you're doing work to help open up their thoracic and strengthen their neck, that you're not propping it up longer than it needs to be. So I would just have a way of checking in. Like maybe they have it for footwork, but do they need it for running and pelvic lift? Can we just like see what happens? As long as there's no pain. Obviously, if there's pain, then we should do it. But I think it's just how a system that you need to make sure that you're not propping up longer than they'll need it. Any other questions on the barrels? Does anyone on camera have an arc? Heather, do you see anyone with an arc?
I do.
You do, Dan?
Yeah, we have one in the studio.
Okay. Heather, can you add that to Spotlight for a second, please?
Yeah.
All right. So that, oh, there's that. Do you have the foam arc? That's pretty. By the
No, I think
I
we just
have
have.
it.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
get one.
we do have one. Let
You
me
have
grab one.
one? Okay,
Yeah, we have.
so we can
That's,
add Vicky to this little combo and Dan will come in too.
yeah, we have
Cool. Okay, yes. Okay. So
these.
can you all see that is such a baby barrel there? Dan, do you see how we have so many little baby ones? So with these tiny ones, I really like this option for helping people. We'll see it when we do overhead exercise. I'll put their hips on this, and then their hips are kind of already up, and they can practice jackknife and overhead stuff. These baby ones can be really great. They can also be great for propping up people's head and chest. Super, super fun. With that foam arc. Okay, so Dan, go ahead. Can you take that step off for us? So when I work with the foam arcs, I take the step off and I use that side that Dan's on right now. I use that for legs and arms. Okay, legs and arms. And the reason is can you see how one side is like a slant and one side's that the side he's on's a deep. The side he's on makes me think more of a small barrel. It's a little bit between this and this. But the other side is kind of flat. And I find most people aren't an extension when they use that other side. Their head and neck go in extension, but most of them are just in a tall back and then their neck goes in extension. Do you see how that could work when you use that slanted side? So for me, I take the hump, I take the step off, and I use that deeper side for arm and leg series. Okay. With the foam barrels, you might want to also consider having something sticky underneath them. They do slide around. And then when the step goes back on to use things for the step um, or on top, the other thing is we do a lot of stuff on top of the barrel. And the thing that's hard about the arc is that, so mine is even. These are all even on either side of the arc, right? His is going to slant down on one side and a different slant on the other side. So if you have this, you have to play with which direction you want to face for the stuff on top. Okay. So, and it might be different for different bodies. Thanks, Dan. And Vicky, I'm glad you have that too. So if you guys have questions, they'll do with the arcs have questions, let us know. But definitely if you are in a place where you can try these things out, try it so you know what you're trying to feel on the phone. Any other questions on the equipment itself? Cool. Okay, well then what we're gonna do is I'm going to have so out in the living room, ladies, I'm going to have you guys work on the spine corrector out there. And I'm going to bring you guys this small barrel. So you guys have a small barrel out here. You guys have Yeah, can you ask it in the group?
So I just told Leslie I had a question. She's going to answer
You
it.
can
I have a
Yeah.
couple of barrels and spine correctors in at my studio, and one is like her blue one. I think it's called a flower barrel. It's like that's the deep sea. And then I have another one that's very shallow. So it's got the big arc, but it's got a very, very shallow seat. So I want her to explain the difference and where that came from because they're the same but different.
Yeah, they're very different. Do you have the wood one or the foam one?
No, it's a wood one. It's a big, like they were actually gifted to me in my early days. Like I was collecting equipment and then I was buying equipment from instructors. They were like, "Here, would you like this?" I'm like, "Yes, I would." They just were giving me stuff. So yeah, and I don't really know the history of it. I just have a very shallow one and then a very deep one.
Yeah. So just like the chairs changed over time, I think some of the barrels did too. Some of them, the super shallow ones, like grots also. Do you have any grots there, Dan? Or you guys all switched to Contrology?
Yeah, we have some. Let me grab one.
Can you grab it? Because I think the grots got shallow over time, but then some of them got too deep. And so you do want, yeah. Can you pull your Contrology spine corrector next to it? Do you see how
Yeah, mine's exact. I went like exactly like that. Really
Yeah.
shallow and then really deep.
Yeah.
Very
So,
similar.
and then your deep one, I think, is deeper, right, Christine? Yeah. So I probably would use your deeper one for the things that are inside the step versus the shallow one. And then depending on the body, you might like the hump of the shallow one better than because the one I know you're talking about, it's the hump is higher, not higher necessarily, but the hump is deeper on both sides. And so that might be harder for people to do their arm series on. So you might want to use the shallow step for the arm series, but this deep step for the stuff inside. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, it gets complicated. I don't love the ones where it's wood on the sides. So if I were you, if you have those ones where they have the wood on the sides, sell those when you replace them because you're going to see how we put people on top of these things. If you have body abundance, that wood is touching bodies. And you don't even have to be that big. Like my center, if I'm balancing on those spine correctors, I can feel the sides of my waist touching the wood. So imagine if my body went over the wood. It's just not going to make people feel um, like the equipment is right for them. So even if they have body abundance and it hangs off of these barrels, at least it's more comfortable than the wood. Also, it makes it really hard to lay on the top sideways because now you got wood going into the body on both ends. So those are the ones I like never buy used. Do not pass go. Don't tell people why you're selling it. Get rid of them. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do barrel stuff today. We're gonna start baby bear. Oh, Laura said baby the tiny one is peak. Yeah, peak makes that little one. I know they make I think they make a few different levels. And what I would just say is like if money is tight for you, just get these the way that they are. You can always slide people around on them. You know, like I wouldn't go, I need to have a tiny barrel and a regular, like just you don't need to have this is not a Goldilocks situation. We can build people up to these things. That peak one, yes, Heather, it is extremely narrow. I do not think my hips will sit fit on it, but that's okay. You know what? It's okay. But it's a nice little hump. But it's a good piece. If you have one, keep it. There's reasons you'll use it, but it is tiny. Okay, so let's get going on our arm series. So you want 1 pound weights, and you are going to want a pole. And I'm going to use Gwyneth first. Gwyneth, go ahead and do it on the small barrel. And then out front, can I get somebody on the big barrel? So use the pink weights out there, please. And let's move this guy out of the way. So, all right. So Heather, we'll spotlight my living room. Who's going to be on a barrel in my living room? Don't Melanie? Okay. So we'll spotlight Melanie and we'll spotlight my pretty wall. So we're going to do both pieces of equipment at the same time when it comes to this arm series because you guys can see different things. Before we get started, and Gwyneth, feel free to relax. And I mean that you can relax laying back. Is it Melanie? I want you to show the 2 ways you can lay on for spine corrector. So you can sit on the step, and then slide your sacrum onto the step more. So you can do it inside like Melanie is. That's a big back bend, or you can put your pelvis on. And then, so we call this the queen side. Okay. Now, Melanie, go to the other side and lie back over the spine corrector. So legs are straight, ideally. And then she back bends over this side. So this is a big back bend. Okay. And then Gwyneth she can be right where she is. So her hips are just on the mat and her shoulders should be on the apex. So slide up about an inch. There you go. Okay, so she could be there. You can also, Gwen, slide back so your hips are touching the barrel. She can also be all the way over like that. So go ahead, ladies, and rest. I personally will sometimes use my small barrel like that, that way Gwyneth did, because it really forces me to try to keep everything together. I have a much more hypermobile spine. But for tighter new people, I'm going to use that first position Gwyneth was at. The question is the queen side is easier for folks. If you don't have a small barrel, the queen side is like a small barrel option. So yes, it is going to be easier. And then it also for more fun size folks is going to, it might not, it's not even about ease. It might just be the better size for a fun size person. So if you can only buy one barrel, buy a spine corrector. And if you're fun size, you'll always be on the queen side. If you're taller, like Melanie is, she can be on this king side. But if she was tight and I saw her head like not in a good position or her shoulders rounded forward, I could put her on the queen side. So a ton of my friends love the queen side of the barrel. I really, I feel like I want to change these to like the high priestess side, the empress side. Like, I just hate saying the king side. Anyways, just feels like they get more. So maybe we'll rename them. But I would just say like you'll pick the side that works for you. So easier is not necessarily what you're looking for. It's just like what's the size that fits their body best. Okay. So these two ladies are going to lean back with their weights in hand. Gwyneth can have her knees bent, feet together. Melanie can reach her legs just straight. And of course, if Gwyneth wanted to slide back more, she could do her straight legs. Now, both these ladies are going to reach their arms overhead, open their arms, circle them down and around, and then back up overhead. Now, watch what Melanie just did. Do that. Don't change anything, Melanie, your circle. Go ahead and go back. Watch what oh, she fixed it. She knew I was going for her. So these hands, keep going, ladies. They don't get to flip around. It's like they have no radius. They are circling the arm in the shoulder. Okay, so we're not going lower than the level of the body. This is not like, oh, how much can I stretch my chest? I'm trying to find strength. They should feel that the arms are pulling them into a back bend. Gwyneth, I'd love you to slide even a little more on top because I want your low ribs to pull into the barrel. Yeah, there you go. Can you breathe? Yes, there you go. So there is breath on this one. Inhale up, exhale around, inhale. So your circles are as fast as your breath. Inhale, reach, exhale, circle. Why do we inhale on the reach? Because you inhale into extensions, so it makes it easier. Now go ahead and reverse it. So take an inhale before you go. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, circle overhead. And they do like 3 to 5 circles in each direction. Then their arms are going to stay overhead. And they're going to inhale, one arm overhead, one arm down by their side. Exhale, lift the arms. So they're not going fast, they're going with their breath. So however long it takes them to inhale, and then lift up on the exhale. So the arm overhead, that's swimming. So those of you who struggle with swimming, there you go. The arm down is doing chest expansion. And then when they're ready and they're even, arms up to the ceiling, palms face each other now. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, stay open. Inhale, lift the arms up. Keep them straight until the elbows layer. Bend the elbows as you exhale and give yourself a hug. Pull your elbows towards your chest and your head into the barrel. Inhale, lift the arms up. Open them up. Exhale, stay open. Inhale, lift the arms up. A lot of people like to bend too soon. Get the elbows to cross. We're not over crossing though. Yeah. And then exhale. So it's like, yeah, you feel a stretch in your chest. Inhale, open the arms. You're trying to remember which arm was on top. Exhale, stay open. Inhale to close the arms. Elbow over elbow without going past. Exhale. Great. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, stay open. So the shoulders are so wide. right? And then this is going to help that hug. How many of you are doing the hug, but the shoulders are all over the place and it's coming like a peck? This helps teach the back. Now, ladies, put the weights down, grab your head, and roll up. Then grab a bar. You can try it. We have a weighted pull at the house. I highly recommend trying it. Um, Hold the bar wide, go back over the barrel. So for some, it should feel easier to get those ribs down, right? You might even get further over the barrel. I also look to see if the neck looks longer. Yeah. And then you're going to inhale overhead, reach, pulse. Exhale, lower the arms down. So think chest expansion. Your arms only go as low as you're not lifting your head. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And then you keep inhaling as you reach the bar. And then exhale. So Jay would do this fun thing, and I think it came from Joe. As she's inhaling, I have to learn her breathing, so it might be different. I might screw it up, but I get to pull gently. It's almost like just the fingertips. And then when she goes to exhale, let it go. So I'm not, it's like real gentle. We don't want to pull her off of her shoulder. She's inhaling. She continues to inhale, extra pulse, and exhale. Okay. So you can guide them out and down, but we don't want to pull them off of their back. Or if they're done inhaling, they're going to be screwed if I keep going. Ideally, no, right? So I don't want her to hang off of her back. Okay. So we have a little arm back connection we're still working on with her, but she's got it just all, yes. Yeah. See, and it's really interesting. This arm wants to be higher than this one, right? I'll just give this some more, oh, this way. Yeah, there you go. And then lift up. This gives us information, okay? Now, they can put the poles down. Let me just show you guys something. If in an ideal world, unless I really, really needed to, if I needed to support someone's neck, I would take a towel and roll it up. And then I like to place it kind of where the occiput bone is, so your hair is kind of stuck. Here we go. Yeah, so I can I put it like where that bone is, because then it kind of just lifts the head a little bit. It's okay. And it's not pushing up into them. And if I needed to be two towels, I could do two towels, right? And then usually when they come up to sit after the weights, I'll take a towel away and I don't tell them. Yeah. All right, go ahead and come up. Um, Questions about the arm series, and you guys can also start practicing. I'm gonna remove these spotlights. Let's remove the spotlights, Heather, and then I can see everybody. Any questions? If you have a spine corrector, I'd love to see you do it. If you worked on the small barrel, try it on the big barrel.
I have a question, Leslie.
Yeah.
Where Melanie on the spine corrector, if she wanted to bend her knees, could she, or preferably keep them straight?
I've seen people do it. I don't really like it.
Okay.
On that big barrel. Would put her on a ladder barrel if that was the case.
Got it.
Because then she can push otherwise sometimes it just looks like it's not like the way it works. Or I put her on the queen side because the straight
Got
legs
it.
are not relaxed. When I do this on that queen side, I'm almost doing double straight leg stretch with my legs. It really helps with like rowing 1 and 2, right? Because I'm pushing
Right.
my legs down. So they're not resting. And I find most people rest the legs, and so then that it feels like they're kind of hanging off their lower back. You're pushing the legs away, so it gets you space out of
Okay.
your hip flexors. Yeah,
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
yeah. And then Vicky, so your legs can be bent on this side, but you have to have them together. Yeah, you gotta squeeze them together. There you go. Cordelia's trying the big side. Okay, you got this, babe. No, you got it. Do it. Let's do it. Yeah, do it. You're strong. Let's see you do it. So push your legs into the mat, Cordelia. See if you can go all the way overhead. Yeah. Sally Joe, that looks interesting on you. How does it feel? Her body likes extensions, so I don't hate her trying out the queen side as long as her neck can do it. But can you straighten your legs, Sally Joe? Because you don't look like you have a lot of space. There you go. Yeah, give it a go. Yeah, see that big gap? Try the queen side. All right, so Cordelia, you're circling a little bigger than I want. You're circling a little bigger than I want. So go ahead and go overhead. So see how your palms are facing the ceiling? Okay, so when you open your arms, yep, open. You could do that. Reach them overhead. And now open your arms out to the side, but they should be facing down now. Yeah, and then, yep, and then circle them across. Yes. Uh-huh. Do you feel how we can't go lower than the body now? Yeah. Oh, Desi's showing us how to circle too big. So, Desi, same thing as Cordelia. Reach the arms overhead. Reach them overhead. Now, when you open them up, somehow they have to face down sooner. Yeah, see, so that you're not turning the radius of your arm, but you're turning the arm and your shoulder. Yes, 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 yes. Jamila, I think you can come higher up. It looks like the hump is underneath your neck. Can you get your shoulders on the humps? Yeah, 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 yeah. Your head will be upside down. There you go. Oh, thanks. Melanie, can you move to the right a little bit so I can see her body? So for Sally Joe, I don't mind her hips being in the step, but I almost wonder if she should slide back an inch. Can she get her whole back on the barrel? Oh, look at that back bend. Yeah, she's over the hump, but I don't hate it. If it hurts her neck, she should slide her hips all the way onto the step. Uh-huh. But so Sally Joe, you're circling a little too low. See how your palms are face up? Do that again, overhead. Inhale over, and then when you circle the palms need to face down as soon as they can. Yes. And then did you girls play on the blue one? Make sure you come up before you grab the pole. So you always want to give yourself a brief moment. Oh, I just did something with Anne yesterday and totally gave myself an upper back. If you want 1 pound weights, I do have 2 pounds at this house as a third pair, but that's too much. Jay was very said it's always a 1 pound weight. And you can see because it gets really distal, right? So remember, it's inhale to split the arms, exhale to lift the arms, inhale to split the arms. The arm series is a breath work practice. Fun fact, Joe did not like the people coming in from work. He thought they were super stressed out. And he would make them get on the spine corrector or the foot corrector when they came in because it calmed them down. The foot corrector, why? Very grounding. You're reaching into the earth. Yeah. A lot of focus. The spine corrector is a heart opener and a breath work. So it really calms the nervous system. It opens up the chest. This is that heart opener. For those of you who don't do a lot of this stuff, it can create a lot of emotion. It can create a back bend headache. So you got to make sure you're breathing.
Leslie, what's the breath pattern on like the split arms?
Yeah, so it's inhale, split, exhale up. Inhale, split.
Okay.
So it's however long you breathe.
Leslie, is
And,
the 1 pound weights good for men too? Like across
oh
the
yeah,
board? Okay.
yeah. They're so
Because I have,
tight half the time.
yeah,
They're
okay.
so tight. And most of them have really strong traps, biceps, maybe some triceps, but their delts are not always worked. They don't always work them. So
Okay.
this is like I was at the gym yesterday and I was trying to do lateral raises.
Yeah.
And I had to switch to 3 pounds and I was like, I can't do 10 of these. Like we just
Yeah.
these little tiny guys. And so, and
Yeah.
also I'm trying to keep them in the socket, not
Hmm.
right? So that's what we're looking for. Because you can
Okay.
feel it. If you open up and flip the radius, it becomes a chest stretchy stretch. But if you keep it in the socket, all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden you can feel the whole arm back connection working. And for those
Okay.
of you who struggle with like your thoracic rounds a lot already, that is so key. It's not about stretching your chest. We have to strengthen the back. Okay.
So I have another question.
Sure.
How do you decide who sits on the queen versus the king side or the small barrel?
You'll honestly, it's usually the first time you work with them. So if I know they're tight, I'll
Mm-hmm.
probably just put them on the small barrel and call it a day because I can put them
Okay.
over it, right? Like if it, like I
Mm-hmm.
can just put them over and make it hard. Um, then the next time, if I thought I was wrong, I could do the queen side or the king side.
Okay.
Um,
Which side's
uh,
easier? Is it the queen side's easier?
easier is a relative. The
Okay.
queen side is like making the spine corrector a small barrel.
Okay.
So it's easier for a taller body to be on the queen side than the king side if extension is hard for them. And easier,
Okay.
it's more accessible is a better word. The queen
All
side
right.
is a more accessible side. People whose shoulders are like this, this is how they come in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Queen side, small barrel. Okay. If they are fun sized, queen side is probably where I'd start. Now, Cordelia looked great on her barrel on the king side. She looked great. Now she's on the other side and she can tell us which one she liked and felt the most connections
Yeah.
with, you know? She's at the
Yeah.
bottom of I don't know where she's on your screen. But
I see her.
but so taller people who are flexible, I'll just put them on the king side. And if I don't like the way it looks, I'll move them. And then
Okay.
they know their goal is to get to that other side, right? Um,
Yeah.
so 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 fun size people, the queen side is always going to be probably where you're going. And then you can make it harder by putting them in the step and making them back bend over the whole thing.
Okay.
Easier or more accessible is sacrum
Further out.
on the step. Yeah.
And then is there a measurement where it goes on the mat or no?
Oh, it
Obviously
doesn't
you need
matter.
length. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I
Cool.
find this to be really difficult to do on top of the Cadillacs, you guys, because
Hmm.
you do need to make sure it's placed in the right place. You don't hit things with your arms, but leg series, I'm too tall. So my legs hit the top of my Cadillac. A tower, obviously, you don't have a top bar, so that's not the same thing. Cordelia said it was an amazing for her arm back connection. It was surprising. And the king challenged her arm back connection more. I mean, it looked good on you, Cordelia, and you were able to maintain it. I think you could stay on that side. I don't think you need now, but if you're feeling tighter, you came back from a trip, you might want to do the queen side, you know? Yeah. Side
Question,
Joe.
queen side for me. What's funny is I did the arm series and I came up and when I went to roll back down to use the dowel, it reminded me of Matt Weekend. And is that just from going from one extreme to the other, being so extended and then in deflection?
What do you mean?
So like when I was coming back down after I sat up so that I could grab the dowel, and when I went to go back down, that pain, it was like pain, not pain, but like
Oh,
intense discomfort in my upper mid
and
back.
that was and that was the queen side
Yes.
with your hips in the step.
Yes.
Too much. You should do it on put your sacrum on the step next time.
Okay, so that's how Christine adjusts me. Okay, so that's my first question. My second question is if your knees are bent, is this like when you're on the Cadillac and you want to pull your heels back so that you're getting the engagement of the hamstrings? Same scenario?
Yes, but we're not going to do knees bent on the king side unless you really need it.
But I was
Legs
on queen
straight.
side.
Yeah, they're bent.
Okay.
I don't like the way it looks when they're straight on the queen side because it's kind of like this, it depends on the step and the person's hamstrings. It looks funny. So I think it's easier to activate them bent. Some people can
And
straighten
I
them and keep them active. Some people like literally reach them like they're doing teaser on the reformer. So as long as you can straighten them and keep them active, great. But if the step is affecting that action, then I would bend them. But the
okay, and
legs
then
are active.
legs are active. Okay, and then I think you answered this question, but I'll just listen in the replay of when we use king versus queen. I think Desi asked that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
It's
listen back.
just, it really is going to depend on the height of their torso and all the flexibility that they have,
Okay.
right? Height of their torso, flexibility. If they're tight, I'm thinking small barrel or the queen side.
Okay.
If they're flexible, I'm going to try the king side first. If they're short, they might never get to the king side. Because what I don't want is them to back bend over the king side, but really it's just their head that's on the hump. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like if that's the
Mhm.
case, they should be on the queen side. Or they can do what we did with Gwyneth on the small barrel and just like really put their whole back over it, which is what you were doing on the queen side, which is too much for you right now.
Okay. Would you ever do this with someone who had vertigo or like had vertigo in the past? No, right?
If they're doing extension work already, like down stretch, if they're doing pull straps, um, if they're doing teaser, yeah, but if they're in vertigo right now, no, absolutely not. Yeah. If they have a tendency to have, one second, Christine, if they have a tendency to get vertigo all the time, I would wait. I would find ways to teach them, that because it's what you don't want is them to like get in their head about it. I don't think it would cause vertigo, to be honest, but we don't want to activate that. One second, Vicky, Christine is that all Sally? Okay,
Yeah.
Christine.
So I tried both sides really briefly, and I mean, I know I'm a hypermobile, but the queen side felt much more intense than the king side. Is that normal? I thought the king side was the bigger hump. So
I didn't get to see you do it, but I also, when you were setting up for the king side, the height that I was saying is a little tricky. It didn't look like your shoulders weren't on top of the hump, right? So it may be that just the height of your spine isn't, it's short for the king side. Like you're not a short person, but your torso in that
okay.
thing, right?
So we want the shoulders to hit the top of the arc. Okay.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
flexibility is
So
more of the
like,
shoulders hit the arc. Okay.
yeah. So when you would, because like do you see how far over my spine is? Like I'm on it.
Yeah.
And when I saw you on it, like your back was against
Yeah.
it, but your head was here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
do you know what I mean? Like you'd have to really pull your butt back, and then the extension focus is on just the bottom, not on the top. So
Yeah.
the goal of the king side, this is how I get on. I always go too high over and then I slide down. I love it. It's my favorite thing. Oh my God, I feel like I'm at home. So this is where I am, and my legs are super active. Okay. Because of your height, I would say probably the queen side. But then what Christine can do, because we know she does teaser, and this is what I was saying, you have to make sure that if you're going to do the straight legs, that you're active. So she could pretend to be in teaser here. Like at any moment, she could lift up, right? But so I don't want to see like legs just hanging or just like they got to be working. So a lot of people, I have them here. So no, my low back isn't against the barrel, but I have to try to pull my ribs over the barrel, right? And I can only make my circles as big as I can keep those ribs. If this keeps happening, I'm going too big. That makes sense? So, and then someday for Christine to make the queen side more intense, she could be back here. Okay. So,
Yeah.
in working her back. So, there's a lot of different places you can put people on the barrel. You just always want to be seeking out the longest extension. So, on Tuesday, because I just got back from tour, right? Even though I had my spine corrected doing my mat, I got on my ladder barrel and do a back bend. And my teacher was like, "Oh, looks like your low ribs are short." And they were. I had to like slide down and work my extension, get my muscles on before I could go where I wanted to go, where I wasn't like kind of hanging off of my low. You know how people push their low back forward? I had to or low ribs forward, excuse me. I had to really find the width there. So it might be different daily, but yes. Makes sense? All right. Any other questions on
One
yeah.
On that foam arc, when we talk about queen and king side is the king side if you pulled the step out,
So
there's no
on the
apples to
arc,
apples. Oh,
there's one side. It's that take the step off and just use that side. That's all you got.
okay. Okay.
I don't like the other side because your back is flat and then your neck is an extension. The
Okay.
other side, if you look at it, it's like a ramp to launch a boat.
Hmm.
It just
Yeah.
goes down, and then there's this hump. But where does that hump land? At the neck. So we're not getting extension.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's not to knock the arc. The arc is for something. It's for a lot of things. What I'm looking for is this that only that one side could provide. Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to the leg series. You ready? So let's have someone do the leg series on the small barrel in the living room, and Miranda gets to do it on the blue barrel. Okay.
If someone can just let me know who in the living room is going to do it so I can spotlight you so I know which camera.
Christine.
Okay, Miranda, that's one way into it. Can you get up? Let's try that again. Okay. So, Christine, can you switch barrels because I want to have a small barrel? Sorry, you can play with the spine corrector in a second. I just want it for the recording. I want a small barrel. I used to do this all small barrel, then all the spine corrector, and I just think this we can save time and do both. Okay, so Miranda's going to put one foot on the step. Now you're going to want to move your butt lower, and Christine is probably going to want to move her butt a little lower, right? So you want to be on the apex. You want to be down off the apex. Down. Yes. Now your left leg is going to straighten out, Miranda. Okay. Now hold those handles, and she's going to keep her head in. That's right, Christine. Same thing. Keep your head in. Use your bent leg to push into the barrel and reach your straight leg out as you go down. Your straight leg is kind of a counterbalance. There you go. Hmm. Keep your head in. Head in. Yeah, you can slide a little bit. There you go. If you put the head back, then the head lands first. We want the shoulders to land first. Okay, now both of you bring your knees into your chest. Lift your hips and pull the barrel into you. Yes. Yes. And Christine, don't have to do it unless you want to, but that barrel has two handles, and the handle closer to you is easier to grab. So if you want to turn that barrel around, you'll have a handle. Yeah. So we have remember how like some things don't have orders, but then there's series, and the series has an order. So um okay. My series is in alphabetical order on this, so that's not gonna help me. One moment. Okay, here we go. All right, so heels together, toes apart. Something to note about the leg series. You're always reaching the legs out like it's a low ceiling, as low as your legs can go without arching your back, right? Without tipping your pelvis, except for a couple, and those will be walking and scissors. Okay. So for circles, they will go with big circles first. They'll go as low as they can, and they circle around and together, around and together. How big can these circles be? Only as big as the rest of your body doesn't react. So, Christine, do you feel how like I can see every time your legs go down? So it might be too low. You have to how do you get your butt to turn on for that, right? Go both directions. And then you always frog in. So we're not going to go from one exercise to the next exercise. We're going to always frog it. It's just like the leg sprints, okay? So frog in, then you're gonna frog out low ceiling style and do little circles. And just like on the Cadillac, quick, 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 tiny and together, tiny and together, tiny and together, reverse it, tiny and together. And your eyes want to look at your body. It's not going anywhere. Look at the ceiling. Frog in, because I want the neck to have its natural curve. All right. Then you're going to frog out. Sorry, frog out. Now, this is not a low ceiling. You'll frog out to a high diagonal for walking. Just like on the leg springs, one leg moves, the other leg moves. One leg moves, the other moves, up to 6. Christine, going a little fast because you don't want to go over your hips like that. You're always going to stop at the high diagonal. And then, yeah, only one leg can move at a time. Exactly. There you guys go. 3 sets of 3. And then they'll frog in. They'll frog out for beats. Beat, 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 real quick. Remember, when we frogged out was your low ceiling frog out. Hold the legs together after 8 beats. Hold it. Squeeze. Lower the legs. Beat, 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 beat 8 times. Hold it. Lower the legs. Beat, 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 beat 8 times. Hold it. Frog in. Frog out. Sorry, you'll frog out to the high diagonal on this one. This is for the scissors. So one leg is going to come up to the ceiling and one leg is going to reach away. So hold on for just a second. Okay. So in the mat scissors, this leg is to the ceiling. This leg is the one reaching away and it goes 1, 2. Then you're going to bring the legs up, squeeze them together, then switch. Now, you can, if you want, you can bring this, unlike the mat, you can bring this leg towards you. However, it can only come as close to you as this one went away. Yeah. So I don't want to see this leg over your face if this leg only got 15 degrees of extension. Bring it up. Only the leg over the barrel gets to pulse down. 1, 2. This one has to reach up, up. See, it wants to pulse, right? Bring them together. And then reach, reach. Yeah. So you see how, if you're wanting high scissors, high bicycle to be your practice, you see how the leg series is homework? And instead of bringing this leg to you, what if you just reached it up? Yeah. Now, bring the legs together. We won't frog in for this one because the transition has a frog. So you guys are going to, hold on, make sure I'm in the right order because I do tend to do my own thing sometimes. Hold on. Oh no, you're going to go into bicycle. So frog in, frog out to the low ceiling, and now bicycle. And you are practicing. This is where you practice not bicycling over your face. You're bicycling over the barrel. So you're trying to touch the pink mat and you're trying to touch the step and the pink mat and the step. And now reverse it. Hit the step, hit the pink mat before you lift it up. Reach for the pink mat before you lift it up. Yes. Oh, keep this in. Yeah. Okay. Now both legs together. This is where instead of frogging in, you're going to turn the heels together, straight legs, heels together, toes apart. Now bend your knees wide and your toes come towards each other. Okay, so this is called frog to be. We also used to call it Jay's exercise, and it's not because Jay made it up. It's just because Jay was like, oh, there's this thing you do. And you go 1, 2, 3, reach the legs out wide, flex the feet, bend the knees with the feet flexed. 1, 2, 3. Reach them out with flexed feet, point. Now keep going, ladies. The thighs don't get to move when they straighten the legs. The thighs will want to go forward away from you to avoid the stretch. They have to stay. Also, it's not just the feet. It's like seal. It's these thigh bones externally rotate and pull in. 1, 2, 3. Reach. Move. Hold the thigh still. Point the feet. Pull it in. And as you pull those toes toward each other, do it from the thighs. 1, 2, 3. Reach. Mm-hmm. Can you see how this is your seal and crab? And those of you who are practicing balancing on your shoulders, this is what you need to do. But it's not just that, and it's not in towards each other, it's in towards your butt. Mm-hmm. But not from the calves, from the thighs. Yeah. Okay. Okay, reach. Okay, now bring those legs together in your frog. Stay in your frog. You get to frog out. And now we will do the helicopter. So now you get to bring one leg towards you, one leg away from you, and circle. Bring the legs together. Switch. Yeah, so you go the other direction. Always bring the legs together. Switch. So that's why on scissors, I don't really like to bring the leg towards me because I can practice scissors for high scissors and I can practice this for splits. Do you see? All right. Now, let's take a beat. Bring your knees into your chest when you're even. So next would come circles under the head, but I actually don't want them to do this just yet because not everyone will do it right away. So let's go into shoulder bridge. Place your feet on the step, Christine. Technically, there's no shoulder bridge with the small barrel, but you can do it. Some people can't get their feet to the floor. So just know that, like, on the small barrel, it's person by person basis. So I want their feet on the floor. Okay. Arms are down by your side. Hold those handles. There you go. Always hold your handles. Now slide. So here's the deal. Push into your feet. Feel your hips on this barrel, right? In some pictures, people are like, oh, the hips are off the barrel. Yeah, because the person had the height. So don't memorize the hips are off the barrel because Miranda, it doesn't matter how open she is. That butt is not coming off this barrel. Yeah, you're gapping. If you can get more on top, it's better. But I still want your shoulder. But see how I want your shoulders on? Yeah. So for you, you have to tuck a little bit. Yes, there you go. Okay. So now they're going to push into their feet, but slide one foot out like shoulder bridge. Point the foot up, flex it down. So they can feel in this barrel if their hip is sagging. What happened to their hip? Right? They can feel the evenness. This is like the hands being under the hips. This is why if someone can't put their hands on their hips yet, you could do this with them after their mat is over, right? Really help open it up. Go ahead and slide that foot in, switch sides. Great. And bring it in. Okay. Now, ladies, let's do your hip twist. So bring the knees into your chest. The knees are going to pull to your right shoulder, just the knees. Now, move the knees to your left shoulder. I kind of do a little half circle to the left shoulder, but some people just slide them over to the left. You just don't want your back to sink. So what do you need to do? Now the knees go to your left shoulder. Then they go back to your right shoulder. And then this is the hard part because she's got to kick her legs over without her thighs moving. Oh, bend it in. Now go left, right, left, right, left. Then you get to kick. Yeah. Right, left, right. Then you get to kick. So this helps people get ready for hip circles. And then when they're even, they can keep their knees into their chest and draw circles around their lower back. And some people have a lot of rules about these circles, okay? It's a little less twisty. It's more like around. It's like massaging your lower back. And then we go the other way. And so Ramana would go, oh, it's like little to big and then big to small. And Jay was like, just circle as big as it feels good in both directions, right? Do you need small or do you need big? What do you need? If you want to do the pushing on the shins, you have to be mindful of their knees and their back. I don't personally massage that for them. This is on them. Now, there are ways to get out of this, but both of them are going to just bend, lift their hips up and push the barrel away. Push and then drape your legs over the barrel. And I always let them go. The dismount of a teaser on top of the barrel is something I only do if they're a more advanced client, right? And you got to make sure because it's a little jerky. Like it's not something you do every time. So I'll show it to you in a second. But okay, I want to stop with the leg series for a second. How do you feel? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, it doesn't usually take that long to go through it. Okay. Okay. So why don't we let you all, if you did it on a big barrel, do it on a small barrel. If you did it on a small barrel, do it on a big barrel. Um, for your notes, you do not have to do the whole order. Okay. So for example, if I'm teaching someone the leg circles for the first time, we're doing big circles, not little circles. Little circles are hard. Okay. And they're only going as big as they can stay still, right? Like it's like single leg circles and corkscrew. The upper back doesn't move. Okay. So it goes circles, little circles, or small circles, walking, beats, scissors, bicycle, frogs to V or J's exercise, helicopter. If the person's advanced, and we have not covered this yet, but I will, leg circles onto the head, then shoulder bridge, can, which that's the hip twist, then rolling in and out is how you end. So if someone is brand new, I'm probably doing circles, walking, beats, bicycle, rolling in and out. I might not even add shoulder bridge in, right? It depends. So, but that's you, just because there's a series doesn't mean they learn everything in the series. Okay. All right, go ahead and practice, everyone. Yeah, see, Desi's wood, I don't think theirs rises up, so I think you're good. But you know the ones that rise up higher, those are annoying. All right, so here's the thing. On your leg series, the legs are never circling past over the directly to the ceiling. So I don't want to see the circles over your face, right? Or like past your hips. You're kind of trying to circle away from you. That's it. Jamila, work that right leg to the ceiling though, babe. Not over your, I know it's easy to counterbalance. Just go up to the ceiling. So always want your shoulders on the mat. And so that's why for fun size folks, if you only have the spine corrector, they might feel like they're sliding halfway down or that they're really on top of their shoulders. For tall, bendy bodies, so my hypermobile peeps, I like to use the small barrel sometimes, and I will pull my whole my up to my low ribs onto the barrel like that. Gwyneth, keep going. And do you see how feel how your tailbone's off the apex? Just kind of off, right? And then the goal is that you can just keep it levitated as you do all the leg stuff. So that's a challenge. If you're wanting to challenge the stability of your pelvis, you can do it. But that's not what beginners do. Okay. Desi, are you doing the scissors? If so, it's too big of a split. If you're doing helicopter, that's the split. Scissors, one leg to the ceiling, one leg away from you. Yeah. Yeah. So this is how you practice your high scissors. That's one way to get on, Melanie. And with that helicopter, you're juicing it out, but then you're not going in the same direction. You have to remember. And then you go way. And now I want you to juice out the wide. It's going to help open your hips up a little bit. Which exercise are you doing? The hip twist. So a lot of people kind of get this a little lazy. They just go like they're doing this. I like to go in. So it's right. And then when they go over, this stays where it is. See how you just want to push up? That's going to avoid the stretch. All right. Any questions? I'm obsessed with the leg series. You can do the arm and leg series with people once they know it in 10 minutes or less. So it can be an excellent, like if you all you have is a spine curvature mat, you could do this before you do your mat workout. And now you've connected the legs and the arm back connection. Like if you can feel how if you let your pelvis hang, it goes into your lower back, right? So we don't want that. So it's like, how do I open the front of my hip but keep my lower back long and reaching? And so for those of you who have tight hips, your kneeling side kicks are just like a nightmare. This is your homework. So one of my favorite things.
So I should, oh God, I'm all boobs right now. Okay. So I should be, sorry, or you're welcome.
Okay.
Fucking replay is a disaster. Okay. I don't even know what my question was.
Sorry,
I couldn't
you
think.
can find her question. There's a girl I do yoga with her. She goes by Purple, and she always approaches the camera like this. So Anthony,
How I feel. All right. Okay. Listen. Oh my God, and it's big. Okay. Let me just, my question was, I'm supposed to be standing in my shoulder girdle. And the point is for me to keep my back attached to this thing, my legs are all the way vertical almost. I am barely lowered down when I'm doing circles.
you
Does
on
that
the
make sense?
pink one or are you on the small barrel?
The small guy.
Can I see you?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, that guy is so small and I know you're tight in your back, but I'm highly doubtful.
Yeah. Something says I might be doing it wrong. Okay.
Let's see. So on that, yeah, slide back. You just want your hips on the apex. You're good. You're good there. So
Right
I actually think
here.
that guy might be a little tiny for you. Bring your
Okay.
knees
That's
in.
what I'm having trouble with. Right.
Come in here. Come in here and get
Okay.
on my barrel. Yeah, come in here. All right.
Same setup, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so put your butt on this end.
Okay.
Because you have those side handles.
Hey, y'all.
All right.
Oh, it's already better. I can feel just when I go to roll over.
So now, hold on.
Oh, now I've got to come this way.
Yeah, so yeah, you do. Bring your
So the
knees
way
in.
Christine had me do it was lift up and pull this back.
Yep, that's right.
That's good?
Yep. Yep.
Christine, she knows. All right. And then, all
So
right.
you're going to circle frog in. So now frog out, low ceiling, which that might be your low ceiling, and then
Yeah.
circle your legs. And so you're going to feel like you're tucking, Sally, as your legs go down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do. And I feel like my shoulders are lifting off the mat.
Yeah. So you need to pull your like heart to the mat.
Okay.
Soften that heart. Soften that heart. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That changed everything.
Yeah. If you go in with a tight heart. So that's why I will often do the arm series first because it opens the chest and then you can stand on it, right? There's no rule, but I just like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Go for a walk.
This sounds stupid. Are my feet supposed to be flexed?
Point.
Oh, that's what I thought. But
So remember, only one leg at a time, though. So we go.
No, Miranda's was so pretty.
One, 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 one. And then one leg in, down, lower, and then start with that one.
My ceiling is higher.
It's okay. So instead of 6 counts, you might get 4, or you might take smaller steps.
And I just have to keep thinking, soften the heart.
For you, I think
relax.
so.
Okay.
All right, frog in, and then frog out, and let's do some beats. And you might not keep moving down for all three sets. You might only move down one time and get stuck, right?
Yep.
The
Wow.
goal is three, but you just need to know, like, that's okay. Yeah. And then doing a third set of beating at that spot. Yes. And also sometimes I think people move too low. Miranda says she can barely do it. I think people go too low too quickly. Now you're going to frog out and do your bicycle. So reach, try to touch the floor. Yeah. It's just a stretch of the front of the hip.
Ooh,
Hmm.
it is a stretch. But this is what you told me you wanted me to open up.
Yeah. This is going to help for those who have tight hips. This series, if you do it right, should open your hips up and connect you to your butt.
Is it a worthless series on the small arc? Like, do I just need to buy this freaking?
No, it's not a worthless
It's
series.
on
You
the
look great
no,
on
on
it.
the foam one.
Oh, is that what you have at home?
Yeah.
Oh, you should sell it.
Okay. Well, no, it's at Club Pilates. I don't
Oh,
own it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need this one.
Okay.
Wait to make your purchase. So you make your one purchase with
Okay.
my discount, like the most worthwhile
Yeah,
purchase.
I
Yeah.
know. Well, I hate for it to be this one. Okay. And then what was the other one that's like,
So then you're
no, hold on.
gonna
I didn't go right after
you
bicycle
heels together, toes apart.
helicopter.
Not yet.
Okay.
We skipped scissors on you.
Okay.
And we went from V, skip, scissors, bicycle, frogs to V. So pull your bend, heels together, toes apart, bend your knees and pull your toes towards each other. So the heels come apart. Yeah. And then use your the thighs are pulling the feet towards your seat 3 times. Then you flex out there, then you pull it in, and then move
Oh.
the thighs. One. So it's crab. 2, 3, reach. Yes.
And I point and bring the toes back together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that thing here too?
Yep, 3 times. Yep.
Wow.
Do you guys see how her butt's working? So we're teaching her how to do external rotation.
But I actually feel it working in my legs and butt.
Great. That's exactly what you want.
It's awesome.
And then, 1 second, Des. Then she's going to go, we're going to skip helicopter on her, and she's going to go into shoulder bridge. Yeah, Des, what's up?
I was going to ask, can she do that
Oh,
on the
skip
spine
shoulder bridge.
corrector?
Skip shoulder bridge, because can you put your feet on the floor without arching? You can. Okay,
If I
try it.
soften my heart.
Yeah, soften her. Okay, so can she do it on the spine corrector? We can put her on there next and see what she
I'm
says.
just curious, yeah, like why she would do
I
it
mean,
there. 'Cause
personally, like if she's going to spend the money to invest and only have one thing, I would say get the spine corrector, and it's going to be, but she's not going to go nearly as low,
got
know?
it.
Yeah,
And
so
then
she's
is the
Okay.
shoulder bridge, is that on the cards or no?
not
'Cause
in
I
the
can't
small
find it.
barrel because not everyone can do it on their small barrel.
Got it. Okay,
I
cool.
feel that stretch in the quads so
Makes
good.
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
knees into your
Awesome.
chest. And now you draw circles with your legs
Oh,
around your
that's
lower.
right. It's
So the
crazy.
circles overall, it's like you're circling around your sacrum.
Do I know
We'll also
that?
say, so shoulder bridge, Jay never taught it on the small barrel. But I think you can do it if they can get their feet to the floor without arching their back.
So Leslie, we've done can
Okay,
on the
okay,
mat.
thanks.
We used to do it on the mat.
Yeah, people do that in place of hip circles.
Yeah.
Jay never did it.
Okay, so
Okay.
frog in and then
And then,
back in.
no, then you're done. Knees into
Okay.
your chest.
Okay.
Lift your hips. Push the barrel away. Push, and then put your butt down. Lay down.
Ooh.
Lay down. Shavasana. Okay. Let your back settle because you need to, because you've
Okay.
been up. You need the blood flow.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, Des, Romana's peeps did the can in place of hip circles. 1, most people do it wrong.
I'm gonna have
2,
to look
most people
down.
are on their quads. 3, then they get obsessed with the legs being up here versus a big low circle. So it's on the spine corrector, but you can see it's about reaching around. So it's helping get ready for hip circles. It's also called the hip twist.
Would I be doing this on the queen side?
No, you can only do it on the king side. So sit. Go ahead and move it. Yep. Now, no. Sit on the step.
Okay.
Well, just in front, like sit on the hump.
The other way.
Nope. Stay
Oh,
facing
God.
Miranda.
I don't know what I'm
Okay.
doing.
Slide your butt down.
Oh,
It's okay. So you're a little too low. Slide halfway up. There you go. Okay, stop there. Put one foot on the step
I saw
and
you do
stretch
this.
the other
Okay.
leg out. Okay. Now you're gonna hold those handles and keep your head in, and then you'll slide down the barrel until your shoulders are on the mat. You keep your head in, use your foot on the step. Yeah. So the straight leg is a counterbalance, and the step foot helps her slide back. Now bring both knees into your chest, lift your hips, and pull the barrel in. Boom.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Now just do some circles and see. Tell Desi what you think. She can do either.
Yeah, I like this actually.
So if she can only buy one thing, it's the spine. You always just find the spine corrector. The
I
only
will
reason to
say
own.
I feel a little more emphasis on my neck right now, so I think I don't have the barrel quite in the right spot.
So if that's the case, then just the tiniest move of the barrel away from you. That's it. Better? Soften
Yes.
your heart. Soften your
Yes.
heart. So
Yep,
do you
there we go.
see how she's off the apex? So our goal is to get her close to the apex, but because her hip flexors are
Oh,
so
what am I doing?
tight,
Doing circles.
we're lower, but she can do it. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then to get out of this bad boy, your legs come in, you lift the
Lift your
hips.
hips and push the barrel away. And do you see how your arms are always long enough to get your butt through? Right? Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
Thanks for showing. So I think like this is where you have to figure out with each person. Sometimes the first time you do it, you're like, oh no. So I always try the spine corrector first. And if they're fun size and tight, I'll do the small barrel. But she can do it on that. Now she might for the first couple weeks want to just do it on the small barrel. And if she at work, she might want to do it on that arc. Um, at the studio. And then as she gets more open, the thing to invest in would be the spine corrector because she can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I was real sticky.
Oh, it's all good. We're gonna wipe all this down and move it into an Airbnb at lunch. I am just like literally glistening all of my body. And I'm not even working out. Any questions on the leg series? Yeah, Miranda.
I have two questions. The first is on the spine corrector. When I was doing the leg series, I felt like a little pressure in my chest. I wouldn't say it was like hard to breathe, but it just felt like there was some pressure there. And then the other thing is with the arms, are we pulling the handles towards us or what are we doing with the arms? So
Great question. So that pressure in the chest, sometimes it's a tightness. Like we know you have a hard time with your thoracic extension, Miranda. So we could have scooted the barrel to the tiny bit out, or we can have what you practice with Sally, which is just like softening, just continue to soften the heart. The other thing is people with chest abundance, the spine corrector might be a hard place to start. Yeah, Vicky has. So see Vicky's spine corrector. You've got the one that's got a high wood. So just be kind to yourself when we do the ab series, babe. But she's got that deep step. This barrel, aside from that high wood, is a great arc and it's a great step for things. But if you have chest abundance, it can feel like a lot. And so until you're used to it, you might want to put your booty on a lower barrel until you can because you don't want to be fighting with two things at the same time, opening the hips and trying not to feel pressure on the chest. So you want to pick and choose your battles there. If they have high flexibility in their thoracic spine and they have chest abundance, you probably are okay. But I would have said either scoot the barrel out just a little bit so your hips aren't so high, or practice softening that chest. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the handle question. Your arms are doing the hug, big wide back. So some people pull in and they get really bicepy. You want to feel like you're getting your upper back because you got to be standing on it. Yeah. Okay. Questions on this? Yeah, Vicky?
Okay, so this is a borrowed ladder or borrowed spine
Spine corrector.
corrector.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like I avoid spine corrector work like the plague because I can't even get my hips to be at the apex. It just kind of took a little measure of where the like the the far side of my booty is hitting like
Can you
on
show me
the,
your setup? Can you show me your setup?
well, it's not graceful, but I can do it.
Do not go back. Do not go back. No. Come up. Come up. You're on the hump. You got to get off the hump. Slide down towards the step. Slide down. Slide down. You want to be between, so you want to be between the crease and the hump with your butt.
Okay.
Okay. And if you can't get your foot on the step there, that's fine. You can have your foot on the floor, but you need to get your, so right now your butt's too low now. So I'm picky, Vicky. Okay. Now hold on to your handles. One leg is straight. And now slide down to your shoulders or on the mat. And then you can bring your knees into your chest once you're there. Okay. Now lift your hips and pull that barrel into you. Okay. Now pull your heels towards your seat. Yep, hold on. Okay, so you're in a fine position. As long as you don't feel like you're choking there, there's no pressure on your neck, that is fine where your hips are.
Well, I wouldn't say there's no pressure on my neck.
Okay, so then
I would say
adjust.
it's pretty damn
Adjust.
uncomfortable.
Okay. So adjust your shoulders. Uh-huh.
There.
Yep. Okay. Now that's right. Now pull on the barrel. So you're finding wide back because you want to be standing on your shoulders. So you're not relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Bring your knees in. Stop straightening your legs. Just bring your knees in. Every time you straighten your legs, it's a lot of weight. Okay. Now reach your legs out to the high diagonal for you. And then draw only as big of circles as nothing changes in the upper back. Yeah, go the other way. How do you feel?
Like I'm only touching right here,
I don't care.
right
Why?
here on the SI joint. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that's touching the barrel.
Yeah. So go ahead and bend your knees and slide out because we don't need to keep going over the series. Vicky, you're fine where you're at.
Okay. Okay,
Now,
it just feels
if
weird.
I were you, like if you have access to a small barrel, do you have the arc?
I have the regular arc, like the
Yeah.
foam
So,
arc.
okay. So put that off to the side. Go get the foam arc and pop the step off. Okay. Now, Vicky, you're gonna face away from your tower this time
Okay.
and sit on the slant. Okay. And then straighten one leg out and slide down. Okay. Now your butt's almost on the apex there. How does it feel in your neck?
Much better.
Okay. So this is where you're going to practice, and then you'll go back to the spine corrector.
Okay.
Okay. Because right now, what we're working with is strengthening your center to hold on to those legs at a higher extension curve. That's all. Okay. So this is your
Okay.
leg series spot.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I actually feel like my leg is close to the top versus being back, the
Yeah.
way it feels on the spine corrector,
Yeah.
because that curve is so high, like I just can't reach it unless
Yeah. No,
I'm on the very tippy top of my shoulder,
I think you're going to
which
get
doesn't.
back. So I just want to explain. I think you're going to get to the spine corrector someday, Vicky, because I've seen your height in person. But we
Okay.
have to get your center to a place where it can hold on to your legs and your shoulders connection to where you feel like you can stand on it. I think right
Thank
now,
you.
you're welcome. I think right now it's a little much for what your arm back connection is, but you're strong. So this is your leg series. Do it every day on this. And then a month, check with the spine corrector. Because here's the deal. Sometimes I put fun size people on the spine corrector always. That's all they have. And their hips land where yours were landing, but it should feel comfortable. like not comfortable
Yeah.
like a couch, but like not uncomfortable, right? So where your hips are laying on the spine corrector is fine because that's where your height is, but it wasn't a place where you felt you could work strongly. So use the small barrel for right now and then work your way up. Cool?
Okay. Thank
And
you.
that goes for everyone. Okay. We are going to take, I need a 5 minute bio break, to be honest. So we're going to come back at 20 after the hour. And then we're going to work on the leg circles on top of the head. This can only be done on a spine corrector. So if you have a spine corrector, that's what you want. All right. Okay. So still to do, that is part of the leg series, is the leg circles on top of the head and a high bridge. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate this. Heather, can I get the pink mat spotlight? Okay. So we are going to do, so leg circles on the head is one of the more crazy spine corrector exercises that's also really fun. If your clients don't understand right from left or coordination, this is not really for them. So just keep it in mind as you, it's all right. I just need to, no, I think your ICR cord, I think we're going to be okay. Yeah. I think I just need some leg space. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So just because once you get upside down, all of a sudden you don't know what you're doing, right? It's just like anything where you're upside down, you're like, what's right, what's left? We're gonna do different kinds of circles here. And Gwyneth, if I hit you, I'm so sorry, but you're fine. So you're in your leg series, and you would do this before you finish. So before you do your rolling in and out, like that little massage, you can take the legs up and you can circle them down and land on your head. And then you circle arms around and the legs come up. So I open the legs, land on the head, I lift the arms and circle them around, bring them up. It's very important you do not slide the head into place. I circle, I lift my heart, but you don't want to lift so much that you bounce on your head, right? So you have to work, reach, now I'm reversing, so that you're lifting up enough space to put your head in place, not to reverse the arms. So both legs down, circle. Oh, let's hold on. I'm supposed to both circle. Here we go. Both legs down, then on the head, circle the arm, circle the leg. Right? That is your leg circled onto the head. Then high bridge. So again, these can't be done on a small barrel, have to be done on a spine corrector because of the height. High bridge, place the hands. If you want to do it on the reformer, you do it here first. Land on the head, push yourself up. You can go into your single leg, right? Come down, down, and then you would do your rolling in and out, right? And the other way to dismount, and this is like you're active, you're strong, you got more to do, is you take the barrel into you, you reach the legs away, and you land on top for a teaser. There we go. Your turns. Your turns. You don't have to land in a teaser on top. I just want you to know, on the cover of the barrel deck, that was a one take. I landed in teaser and did it. I was like, oh, the cover photo. But sometimes it takes a few. So circles onto the head. It's safe to play with, even if you feel like, oh, it's probably not my practice. Honestly, it's safe to play with because you can feel like the coordination that's involved with it. Are there, now are you going to try this out? What's the worst that can happen? You don't do it? There you go, Dan. Now reach those legs away. Reach them, reach them, reach them. Yep. Now pick your head up. Yes, that's it. Vicky, do not break your neck. Vicky, we'll build up to this one. We'll look at this another time. You're not going to break your neck. Get your hips. So bend your knee. Bend your knee. Lift your hips and pull that barrel in. There you go. Okay. Yep. Now legs up. Open them. Circle them down and around. Hold them down there. Oh, that's too slow. You got to get them down and lift. Now, see how you're on the back of your head? I want you on the top of your head. Yes. And do you see how you slid into that space? Next time, I want you to land on that. So circle the arm, grab the handles, pick your head up to put yourself down. Yes. Okay. Do it again faster. Open and arch. Okay. Still a little sliding of the head in place. So you got to get a more swan in the chest. Yeah. It's got to be fast. Way to go, Christine. That is going to keep you from moving that pelvis into the wrong place because you had to hold on to that. That was good for you. And then Desi, without bending the elbows, you lift them straight off.
Can I shout out to Dan? That was so awesome to watch, Dan. That was awesome. What you just did.
Go Dan. Is that fun?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done like the teaser thing because it was like a few years ago that I did it. And I was like, oh, I did it. And then I'm like, I'll never do it again. Because
You
it's so
did it
scary
though.
to do it. Yeah.
It's so scary because the worst thing is that you fall back. If you keep your head in though, you're just laying on your chest. It's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, great work. Thanks for doing it. This be so fun. Yeah, so Christine, find more length. Your hands are a little farther back than I want. See if you can get them under your shoulders a little bit more. Yeah. Now come under the top of your head first and then up. Yeah. Because you're leaving your head in the wrong position. Come to the top of your head. Now pull your heart up. Push up. There you go. You're longer. And then that leg is a little too close to your chest. You like to bring them too high up. It's gonna feel like 1 o'clock too. That's a little too far. Now you can flip the difference. Up right there. You can go up a little more. There you go. Oh, Cordelia is so close. Don't second guess yourself. So close. Just go for it. Worst thing, you don't balance, you go too far forward. Oh, don't let go of the handles too soon. Just go. Feet down, chest up. Hold on to those handles. Hold on. Yeah, use them. Use it. There you go, Cordelia. Woo! Yeah, you just wanted to let go too soon. Got to use it. Yeah, way to go, guys. Oh, Vicky's jealous, so Vicky's doing it, and it looks great. Thought she's gonna break her neck, but she's doing great, and she can do it on the spine corrector. Just saying, Vicky. You can do it, Sally. You can do not the teaser up, probably from that position, but you can do the leg circles on the head. I believe in you. I just put them. Yeah, that's it, Sally. Reach. So you feel it. You feel how you're in your teaser. So leg circles onto the head really helps with teaser on the reformer, doesn't it? Because it's like, this is our teaser. Vicky, you didn't break your neck, babe. I'm disappointed. You said you're gonna break your neck.
No, but I tried it on camera in case there was an accident. Someone could call 911 for me because I'm here all alone.
Yeah, you'll have to shout your phone, your address out. We don't have it. Good job. Questions on these two big beasts?
So like for this one, this is where we would kind of introduce this exercise to the head before we introduce like the headstand stuff on the reformer, right?
Probably would. I think so. I mean, there's not a hard, fast rule on that, but to me, especially the high bridge here, because you help them get onto their head, right? Like Christine kind of pushed straight up, but in ideal world, it's like, okay, push up onto your head. Okay, hold it, right? Because I could actually then go, okay, take your arms off, right? So these two exercises are great for teaching, especially the extension headstand. The one with the straps and then the second one, really helpful for them to feel like what's it like to be on my head, right? And then I could see Christine trying to help with like it's really hard to help people into leg circles on the head. You almost can't do it. You have to just go, okay. And the problem is that they want to slide their head into place. That is a no-no. That is going to kink the neck. Okay. You have to lift the heart so much the head can touch. And they'll learn because they'll lift too much and then they're like have to land on their head. It's like, okay, so I let them slide one time and lift too much and like they'll find it. But and I think Sally can do this if she trusts her extension strength. So Sally, focus on your heart pulling out of the crown of your head. Sometimes, yeah, that, yes, yes. Oh my God, look at this little mermaid here. Yeah. And maybe that's all she does. Maybe that's all she does. Maybe she just lifts her legs back up, right? So you can't like I think just like watching Sally, you could just try just both legs down, hard up. All right, both legs up, slide, and but eventually if they're doing good leg circles on the spine corrector and they have a really good arm series and swan, they can do it. They can do it. The hardest part is remembering which direction you're circling and which direction the arms and legs go. To be honest, I've seen people do the arm circles and leg circles the same direction for both, and I've seen people do opposite. And at this point in my career, I've decided it really doesn't matter, just as long as you're reversing directions. I've just decided like, why harp on like which way it goes? Are they circling? Do they do both directions? Yeah. Any other questions on those? Miranda, can you get on there and we'll just do a little prep. I just want to make sure people saw the way to prep for headstand. So sit on it like you're, go ahead and go back like you're doing your leg series. And then place your feet on the step, wherever they land. Now take your hands underneath your shoulder. And then just, if you can, push into your legs and land on your head. So this is where I would start people. Okay, now Miranda, what is it? Reach your tailbone a little longer. It looks a little arched. What does it feel like to just take your hands off the mat? Okay, yeah, that's because we want to make sure your legs are holding you up. Yeah. Okay, now push into your arms and legs to lift up. Push, push, push. Use your arms. Yes. Come down. Okay. Do you do back bends like this? Oh, what are you scared of? Okay. So you got to lift this part. Boom. That's it. Okay. Now you're going to bend your elbows, tap your head on the floor, push right back up. Up. Bend your elbows, tap the head to the floor, back up. Okay. Head in and rest. That's your homework. Okay. It's your arm back connections. You know how in shape, I'm always like, don't relax. It's where you're relaxing in your shape. Okay. But, so, so that is a great way to get people ready, Dan, for headstands. Just like, can they get to their head? And then just go up and down on the head, just like like a little headstand push-ups, because that's what they're going to need to get on their head to grab those handles, right? Then if that's feeling comfortable, obviously we could do like circles, like circles onto the head, and then go into the high bridge. Yeah. All right. questions on that? Everyone feeling good? Okay. Now we get to get on top of the spine corrector. Ready? So because we've done some deep extensions, let's show off all our ab series positions. Okay. So Heather, if you'll spotlight mine and the living room. Ladies in the living room, who wants to do this? Don't all jump at once. Okay, Melanie's doing it. There we go. Okay, so you guys are going to model different positions. All right, so Miranda, butt here, back here. You are going to model, let's go this way, lie on top of here. And Melanie, you're going to use the spine corrector, the king side, as a support for your chest curling up. So sit in front of the hump like you're going to use the king side. Yep. And then slide down, and lie down, Gwyneth. Uh-huh. Well, you could show everyone in real time what it feels like. All right. So Melanie, yep, slide down, slide away. There you go. You just want to feel like you can in your hundreds curl. Supported, right? Okay, ladies, do the 100. So Miranda, you look a little arched. How can you use that step? Oh, how can you pull your low back towards the step? How can you curl up? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Melanie, can you pull your low ribs in? Yeah. Okay, ladies, rest. Miranda, slide your sacrum down just a little bit, like a little more off. There you go. Okay, ab series. Melanie, you may want to slide down just a teeny bit, but just a little, like a teeny bit. You want your sacrum to be flat. There you go. Gwyneth, good luck. One knee in, one leg out. Pull, switch. If we really were mean, we could turn Gwyneth the other way. I know. That's really mean. All right, double leg stretch, ladies. Just gonna hit each other. There you go. You're good. You're fine. Yeah, so we can watch. Does Miranda lean back? Right? Do their backs arch? Single straight leg stretch. For double straight leg stretch, I will say I oftentimes when people are new, instead of putting your hands behind your head, grab the corners of your barrel, and Miranda, put your hands behind your head. Yeah, I'm right. Melanie. Melanie, hands behind her head. Miranda, grab the step. Gwyneth, grab the edge of your barrel. Yeah, and lower and lift your legs. Because on the top of the barrels, it's harder. Yeah, and then crisscross, ladies. Gwyneth, don't fall off. Now she really has to curl up and twist. She can't just go from side to side. Okay, that's fun. We like it. All right, so any questions? Why don't we get you guys all pick a side, pick a variation you've never done. Pick a variation you've never done. You ladies can switch. Yeah, you can do it on top like that, Miranda. That's fine. Are you gonna try that side, Gwyneth? Yeah, so only your lower back will be supported. So you have to keep your pelvis curled up on your own. Yeah. Yeah. So when you're on top of the arches, you can really feel if your sides are, spinning around. Um, let's remove the spotlight, Heather, so I can see Cordelia. Is there, Desi, you don't want to do any ab series, babe? You're good. You know all of them? This might be good for your neck, babe. Do the one that supports your chest.
The one
Yeah,
Melanie did or
the
Miranda?
one Melanie did, Melanie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And Vicky, yes, you can do it on your ladder barrel. We'll do that more on Saturday. You can do it. We're just doing it on Saturday. Jamila, move your sacrum down a little more. You want your sacrum to be flat on the mat. So slide down, slide down, slide. Yeah, so that barrel is kind of supporting your hundreds curl. You know, people are like, I feel it in my neck. Cordelia, I think you're in the step too much. Get your sacrum off the step. More, more. Slide your butt down. Yeah. Yeah, you want to use the hump to help you with your hundreds curl. Yeah, that looks longer. And Christine, this hump is kind of high for how tiny you are. So, because right now your spine is kind of going up and down, I would probably slide away from it more. Yeah. Because the goal of this version is to be like a C shaper or to help people who you overuse their neck. The goal of the one Christine's doing. For people who struggle with flexion, you put them like Cordelia or Desi. Desi. If they struggle with flexion. So the one that Melanie did originally, the one that Desi's doing right now and Christina's doing, that one teaches people flexion. The one that Miranda is doing, right, that one is challenging but helps support the pelvis, gives them feedback of where the low ribs are. So it's challenging them. And then on top of the apex, that's mean. You're playing with gravity. Remember how we did it on the window chair? They don't have a lot of surface area. If they have a scoliosis side, they might lean to one side. It's the hardest one of the three. So front of the king side, then on top of the step, and then on top of the arc is how I would organize that. If someone has neck stuff, they don't do it on top of the spine of the barrel. Yeah. Obviously, with a small barrel, you only have two options. With the spine corrector, you have three options. With the ladder barrel, you have one option. Okay. All right. So now that we did some flexion, we can get back to our extension train. So I want Sally Joe on a small barrel. I want Christine on the spine corrector. And then Melanie, if you're dying to be on the spine corrector, you can be in here. And then one of you ladies can be on the small barrel. So let's get some barrels going on. Yeah, you got to turn it the other way. And one of you, let's put this mat out and go behind. So there we go. Okay. And then, great. Okay, Melanie's on that. So we're gonna lie on the barrels for our on top, our extension series, okay? So we have swan, swimming, rocking, and then if you're on a spine corrector, grasshopper. If you're on a small barrel, no grasshopper. So Melanie, you'll face this way. You should have enough space once you're on it. So put your stomach on the barrel. And what happens is people will say, oh, 2 inches below your belly button goes on the apex. That is baloney. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It really depends on your body. So what I say is just drape over your barrel. Drape over it. Oh, get over it. So Sally Joe, I think you're gonna want to slide back. So you're trying to get where you feel your center of your body is on the apex, okay? Now, reach your arms forward and everything levitates off the mat and see if you can balance with your arms forward. Just super women. Okay, and then lower back down. Okay, that looks really good. Now, let's say You're working with someone who's brand new. What I'm going to do is my room and Christine rest. Sally Joe, you're going to be my beginner on this, okay? So what I want you to do, Sally Joe, is put your hands on the mat under your shoulders, okay? See if you can lift the inner thighs up of your legs to lift your legs. So real internal rotation, lift your legs. Okay. Now just reach your right arm forward. Okay. Lift your chest with your right arm. Now see if you can lift your left arm. Reach it forward. Great. So Sally Joe, you're in the right spot. So now everyone find your superwoman position and then take your arms out to the side like an airplane and lift your legs and reach your heart forward and lift your legs and swan dive. Lift your legs. Eyes up, Sally Joe. Eyes up. Lift your legs. And then Sally Joe, never look down. Look forward and stay looking forward. Look out my gorgeous window. Look at my gorgeous window. Yeah. Christine, your legs look like they're getting far apart. So internal rotation. Yes. Okay, everyone just rest for a second. That was really beautiful. Christine, your shoulders are wanting to do it. So this is challenging all your connections that you've been working on. So less big and your arms are doing this like seagull thing. So wider, okay? So now everyone, we're gonna go back into, make sure normally you wouldn't rest, but I'm resting them because they're new, okay? So find your superwoman. Give me 2 swan dives, eyes up the whole time. Arms wide to the side. Arms wide to the side for swan dive. Then hold your swan dive, reach your arms forward and swim up, 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 up. Lift your legs, lift your chest. Use your arms. Swim your arms down to lift your chest up. Swim your arms down to lift your chest up. Now hold, superwoman. Hold it. Bend your knees, circle around and reach for your feet. If you can't grab your feet, just reach for them. Bend your knees. Yes. Grab your feet if you can. Push your feet into your hands and lift up, or Sally Joe, just hold there and breathe. Now rock back and forth just 3 times. Not huge. You'll fall on your face. Eyes up, Melanie. Eyes up, Melanie. Yep. Lift those legs, Melanie. Now, ready? Superwoman, reach out. Hold it. And lower it down. Yeah. Child's pose. Stretch. So we set up for swimming, but then transition the arms. You always want to save enough in the tank to hold. Find the next exercise, go, hold. Find the next exercise, go, hold. Find your swimming and drape down, okay? Now, if you're on a spine corrector, you will do grasshopper. So slide forward. Christine and Melanie are going to slide forward, hands under their shoulders. Slide more forward, Melanie. More. Yep, you want your hips on the barrel. Lift your chest up. Keep your legs close and internally rotate them. Okay, now you do not get to look at my pink floor or my blue mat. You're gonna look forward with your heart, bend your elbows and pull your chest towards across the room. Take your legs to the ceiling, then bend your knees, kick your head. Now reach for the ceiling and beat your legs as you lift your chest into a push-up swan. Okay, now we're gonna do that again. Some of you are like slow on the bend and too fast on the bend. So find a swan dive first. Swan dive. Chest up, eyes forward. Now bend your femurs to pull your feet towards your seat. Down, Melanie. You're too high. Now reach your legs up from your hamstrings to the ceiling and then straighten your legs and beat. Christine, you start beating when your knees are still bent. I think you're trying to get vertical and that's a goal, but get your legs to straight, then beat and reach them out. Okay. They're beating too soon. Try it again. So swan dive down, chest open, Melanie. Look at Gwyneth. Yes. Now pull your feet to your butt. Yeah. Now reach your feet to the ceiling. Now beat your legs. Do it one more time without separating your legs to the top. Ready? Chest up. You're an extension. Yes. Lift your legs. Now bend your knees and reach for the ceiling. And then, yes, that was better. That was better. Good. Rest. Child's pose. Cool. All right. We can let these ladies have a moment to rest and other people can try. This is where you show like a period on the sentence. Remember, I talked with a lot of you about juicing exercises out. This series, you juice You pause and you save enough energy to hold. You should not have to move your position from swan to swimming to rocking. That's when you know you're in the right spot. Sheet plus extension is hitting the house. Yes. Yeah, go put some ice cubes down your sports bras, I think. Grasshopper is last. Straighter legs, Dan. You got it. Your legs are getting low. So get your legs higher, Dan. Chest longer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get your legs higher, Dan. Lower your chest, Dan. Lift your legs. There you go. Straighter legs, straighter left leg. Yeah. Woo. That's tough. That's tough. My ladies who are here, bathroom on the left, you can put your bare feet in the water. It's a cold plunge. It's okay. Just put your feet in it. It's a cold plunge. It's not working as well because the house is so hot, but it's like 60 degrees, so it's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you guys, a lot of you are looking down. Swans are never looking down. Yeah, you should not see the floor underneath your body ever. You should see where the wall meets the floor across your room.
Leslie, I cannot find a balance spot.
Okay, let's look at that.
Yeah.
Cordelia, this is like that rocking. Try to make it more about your hamstrings and not your head. Okay. Hamstrings, not your head. So go ahead, Desi, get on your bait. And the thing that about is you can, because that has a wide space for an apex. Your apex is not very steep. So you can do it. Just remember I think you're too far forward. Hold right there. So on the barrels and the chairs, it's always like millimeters at a time that you'll move. Now it's same, lower your chest, Desi, kind of get into like a tall back. Yeah. Now use your hands to make it feel like you're working your back, like you're not resting. No, put your hands on the mat like you're doing a push-up, a supported push-up. Okay. Lower your chest though. So bend your elbows. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to work it. Okay. Now just see if you can lift your inner thighs to lift your legs. So since you can't lift your legs, you have to slide forward. Just a little bit. Now lift your legs. I want those legs higher and your tailbone under. Lift your hamstrings, Desi. I know you like to use your calves. Just one arm goes forward, Desi. Just one. Now maybe the other one and lift everything up. Now take your arms out to the side and then lift your legs. Eyes up, Desi. Eyes up. Do not look at the floor. Just the legs. Just the legs. Yep. You're making it too big. Use your breath, babe. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, legs up. Inhale, chest up. Nope, not chest down. I never said it. I said inhale, chest up. Exhale, legs up. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, legs up. Now reach arms forward and swim. Eyes up and eyes up. Eyes up, Desi. Eyes up. Eyes up. Swim the thighs. Thighs, thighs, thighs. You got more thighs. More thighs. Scuba Steve, Desi. Scuba Steve. Now bend your knees and reach back behind you. Lift up. Chest up. Chest up, Desi. Chest up. Yes, that's plenty. You'll get there. You're in the right spot. You found it. So your problem, Desi, and we've talked about this in your calves like to do the work. Your hamstrings have to do the work.
Okay, that's fucking hard.
It's fucking hard. Fucking hard. But so
Yes.
do you see how you were really, you're trying to get up too quick?
Yeah.
So when you're new to finding balance, get the legs up, then one arm and the other arm.
Okay.
Find it, reach, leave something in the tank, reach.
Okay.
A lot of you are looking down.
Okay. Eyes
You
up.
have to put a sign down that says if you look down, you fall down. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of, okay, facing the step. It was used for people who had a fear of falling, not for the hand. It's not safer, but it makes them feel like they're not going to fall. Like, because their chest is going to go there, but I'm not using the hands. Not using the hands. I would not use the hands like you're using. Yes. So you can do, especially if people have a hard time balancing or they have a fear of falling. A lot of times putting the step there kind of brings the floor up. Use your breath, Gwyneth. You see how slow you're going? Like inhale, exhale, inhale, there you go. Arms a little wider to the side versus back. There you go. And then hold it up, reach your arms forward and swim. Up, swim, up, 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 up. So see how you're having to move around? It tells me we're either not, we've lost the center or we're not in the right place to begin with. Because you should be in the same place. Yeah. It's the same hump. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's just higher. Yeah. Yeah, it's just higher. This anything above is freaking painful. Um, Vicky, are you using the spine corrector for this one? Yes. Yes. Um, that spine corrector has almost zero padding in the worst way. Like it's not a dense padding, it's like a thin padding. And I found my pubic bone has a nerve and it hits there and I don't like it. Do you have a thick, sticky pad? Thick, sticky pad. Something like this. Something like this. Sure, put that on there. Yeah. See if that helps. The other thing is that your pubic bone should not be where you're balancing. So make sure you're reaching your tailbone long. So I think you might want to slide a little bit back. I would slide a little. There you go. Yeah, now just breathe and lift your chest. Yeah, just breathe. Great. And maybe that's all you do. Maybe if we're building up stamina, we don't do the others. We take a break and then come back into it. So when you get over here, I'll let you, you can tell us how it feels. So my pubic bone on some spine correctors, it gets like the apex of the wood kind of hits my pubic bone. I have this nerve and my window chairs would do it too. So on that, I would just grab a pad and put it there. Now, is the pad cheating a little bit? Yeah, because it keeps me from sliding. So, but I don't care. Better,
pad
Vicky?
helps.
Yeah.
The pad did help, Leslie, but it's still not something I would actually choose to check myself to.
So if I'm completely honest with you, I think you're too much on your pubic bone. Like you were way too
like 2 inches above the pubic bone. It's the fascia from the pubic bone up into the transversus abdominis.
So it's possible that you might want to go see someone who does fascial release because that should not be painful. And so it's
okay.
I'm just saying like I like the exercise for you because your swan looked really long and it forces you to not do it in your neck and lift your chest, but it should not be painful. So a couple things. One, I usually do this on an empty bladder, not gonna do it on a full one. Second thing, you do like some spine correctors need a little more padding for some people. So do it. But so yeah. And also, Vicky, you're doing 3 of everything, not 10, not 10 minutes. It's like this should all four of these can take less than a minute and a half to do. So
Okay.
that's the other thing. I think sometimes people are on there too long.
To just make it quick.
Yeah.
Get it done. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll get stronger. Okay. And do the thighs touch the step? They depends, Cordelia. I think that you're still working out where you're rocking from. You know, I think that you have a tendency to do it from your chest, and so you come too high and the legs touch. But also depends on the step. Like some people's steps are higher. So really it's like there's no rule. If it touches, it's fine, but we don't want to rest in it, of course. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions on that series? All right, let me see where we're at in our day. Okay. All right, we're gonna do about 20-ish more minutes of exercises, and then we're gonna do a little round robin of some stuff. So I just want to get through more exercises. So
Leslie,
yeah,
can I just check? So the first one is swan, then swimming,
yeah,
and then what was it?
rocking and then grasshopper.
Okay.
Let's
Thank
do
you.
our teas. Thank you. Let's do our teasers in and out. And our hip circles. So anyone who doesn't want to do any extensions, this is, well, actually that's a lie. There's a little extension in it. It may be, depending on your body. So I only need 2 bodies because only spine correctors can do it. So let's get Christine, if you want to do it, that's fine. Sally Joe, you might like this teaser if you're not dead. Yeah, it's all right. So yeah. Okay. Well, this is a very cool air hitting us. Have a seat in the step. Turn around and face the other way first. Let's do the easier one. So when you face the hump, your legs have support. So put your pelvis in the step so that you're in your teaser pelvis position. And then feel how the hump can support the legs. Yes. And now reach your arms forward. Okay. And then Christine, I think you're a little too low with your chest. So you got to curl up. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So now they're in these beautiful teasers and they can hold this or lower and lift the chest. Just the chest. And, yep. And then come as far as you want and then come back up. Curl, curl, curl over your hip points. Yes. Just do one more like that. And then stay up. Hold it. Now the legs are going to push down and lift up. Little bounces. 1, bounce them off. 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. And then everything goes down. So push your legs into the hump, no bending the knees, and come back up. Reach. The legs don't have to leave the hump unless you do it from the butt. Lower and lift. Reach. One more time. This is like Sally Joe, this is your teaser. And Christine, this is, I can see your quads wanting to do it, but you're doing a good job using those hamstrings. There you go, babe. Rest. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Sit in front of this thing. Just sit right there. Yeah, just sit right there. Okay. So now, Miranda, get on there. Okay. All right. So now we're facing away. Find your teaser. So use your hump to find your teaser. Yep. Oh, you're gonna be able to balance on that, Miranda. You want to slide back a little bit. There you go. Okay. Now find your teasers. Okay, now the upper body goes back, and now you can practice the extension of the teaser. She can go back as far as she wants, and then she rolls up. So look how we can help people with teaser on the reformer. Reach. This is so good, Miranda. And roll up. Okay, plenty of those. Do you want me to do 3? And then legs up and down. Okay, now everything down, everything up, everything down, everything up. One more time. Everything up, rest. Woo! Good job. Okay, hip circle. Stay right there. Put your hands on the handle. Find your teaser. And then circle the legs from the right around to the left, left around to the right. Okay, see what they're doing with their chest? Look at these girls. They're like lean and moving. How can it be just about the legs? Use the handle to use the hump to help you find the longest teaser. So no leaning back, Miranda. Curl up. Yeah. Now circle the leg. Find your butt. Find your butt. Christine, you're doing too much of a hip twist. Like it just looks a little hikey. Like your one side is getting short. So it's like corkscrew. Nothing gets short. I kind of want your chest higher, Christine. I think you're leaning back too much. Yeah. Yeah. And so now as your legs go down, your back's arching. So only as low as nothing changes in your back. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Anyone else want to do those? And in my house, please don't overwork yourself. We'll never forget this. Also, I gotta be really honest. I think the heat is making all of you do a much better job on these exercises than I thought. I think it's like keeping your body so warm because Sally Joe, I did not think you would go that far back. I really didn't think so. So I'm just gonna say, like, I think it's keeping like your body so warm. Yeah, way to go. All right. Any questions? Yeah, that's it, Miranda. Okay. All right. Feeling good about this? So there's a couple of things on your sheet that I just want to address because I'm not going to teach them this weekend. But there are things I want you to know. Okay. So one of those is the training your back bend. That is just a video of a bunch of exercises we just did. So it's not anything different. It's just like arm series, leg series, and the hands, like that headstand prep. So, because you're all gonna, so Heather, you can check that off because like we're not gonna do it because we just did it. But essentially, if you're wanting to build people's back bends, do you see how the spine corrector means I don't have to use a lot of words? Because it teaches them, right? It teaches them that heart, that they don't have their heart forward, they nosedive, right? They totally nosedive. So that's something we're gonna skip only because it's um
Do
easy.
you mind repeating which exercises that was? Arm
Oh
series,
yeah.
leg series. Sorry.
Oh yeah. It's I believe the video, it's arm series, leg series, and the back bends balancing on top, and then the high bridge onto just the head, just onto the head. Okay. The overhead exercises, um, it's actually all made up by me. And I know that you're all like, because I, not necessarily by me, I should say, a few of them I feel like I made up, and a few of them I have seen how Rachel Piper uses the barrel. Rachel Piper observed eLevate. So Heather, can you just spotlight my mat, and I'll do these girls can like rest a little bit. So you can use, if you have a mat with handles, what I'm about to show you is a waste of time. Okay, if you have a mat with handles, use that. If you don't have a mat with handles, what you can do, sorry, Gwyneth, is you put your head on the mat and it's touching the spine corrector, and now my hands can hold the handles wide. All right, so I'm not pulling down because that's going to pull the spine corrector into my head. I'm going to pull wide, and then I can practice, right? Because why do people have a hard time, if they don't have handles on a mat, they have a hard time doing rollover or jackknife or corkscrew because they don't have something to pull, get their back wide. So I can go jackknife. If I pull this chair into my head, that's going to smash. It's not going to feel good. So now I can pull this chair wide, 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 wide. Okay. So that would be rollover. For corkscrew, just be careful because a lot of people start to twist the pelvis, get over, get up, roll part way down, and then take the leg over. Clearly, I'm getting tired. Here we go. Right. And then, there we go. The spine corrector should not move. Okay. You can also practice control balance to see how my arms are on the mat. So I'm not using my arms to balance. Yeah. So that's how you would use it for overhead. Not something that Joe did, not something that Jay did, just something that I found during the pandemic was helpful for my clients doing overhead stuff when they didn't have a mat, right? There's that. The thing that also helps with overhead is typically you'll want to use that arc or a small barrel. You could use a spine corrector, but it is a bit, especially for people with booty abundance or chest or belly abundance. So I don't like to disrupt the mat order. I probably would just omit it all that they couldn't do and then add it in like as a barrel, like your exercises. But a lot of people can, if you get their hips up, now they can practice jackknife, right? So or roll over because you brought the mat up, right? So it's a little easier. They can get used to. They're not going to circle their legs down here. It's just going to come up because we're just getting the barrel underneath their hips. So a couple different ways to help people with overhead exercises. And I personally use them more in privates than I would in a group. Obviously, like I'm not going to, oh, you go grab a spine corrector, you grab this. But if I know that like they're getting stronger and we just have to get them used to it, right? This is going to be really helpful. But again, I don't like to just like stop the mat, get on the spine corrector, get off the spine corrector, get on the spine corrector. Like that's annoying. So I would just go omit all the overhead stuff, finish their mat, and then get to the barrel and do all the stuff with the barrel and be in that order that they come in ideally. All right, so those, I just wanted to kind of like review. Any questions on that? And if you're shaking your head, just unmute because I'm looking at the sheet to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so there's only a couple more things that we have to do on this spine corrector, and then we like nailed it for the spine corrector. The short box series and side kicks, right? Heather, am I missing anything else?
Yeah, side kicks and side sit-ups.
Side sit-ups. Oh, okay, let's just bang it out. Okay, so we're solid, and then tomorrow is ladder barrel. So you can only do these two on a spine corrector. Can't be done on a small barrel. So I'll do these because I can feel their wilting and I don't have enough cold plunges for everybody. So side kicks and side sit-ups. I didn't do a lot of side kicks. Like I don't remember the side kicks being something we did a lot of in Jay's studio, but I know that a lot of classical teachers do it. So why you would do it is more if you're trying to really help them understand that side body strength. So you get in the step and then you put your hands kind of past the apex. It's kind of wherever you could be really tall. And then this hand can be right here. So this is really helpful for people who need to build this strength up. So I can use my hand to help, right? And then I can go front, back. Not very high, this leg front, back. This leg is pushing down, front, back. I can go up, down, up, down. I can slide the leg back and go up, right? And then I can practice circles. And then I can stretch it by bending the knee in. Okay, so it's just a little help for the obliques. If someone is a mover of the spine, it really also it helps them feel that. So I'm not up on my forearm. I'm hugging it in. Very important. That's why you're like, why is she taking me off the forearm on the mat? Because I'm not on the forearm. I'm hugging the spine corrector in. Okay. All right. Then side sit-ups. It's a little tricky. You do have to have a mat with a strap. And the setup is really fun because you have to get into a place where you can have the strap. Okay. Now I'm going to take my heel up, toes down, hands behind the head, get a long line, side bend, side bend, side bend, side bend. Okay. Now that's easy. So what we're making sure is that people don't go down with the rib. I'm going over and over, right? Excuse me, something blew into my face. Okay. The hard part is doing it with straight arms, which is our goal. So can I side bend and touch my top arm to the floor before my bottom arm? And then up, up, and down, 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 down. And up, 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 up. Okay. That's side sit-ups. And then lastly is the short box exercises. Again, this came to me during the pandemic because people wanted a spine corrector workout and they missed their reformer practice. And I quite like it. So round back, you're kind of below the hump, stand in your feet, and you round back, the hump lands in the lower back, and I can go back as far as I can push into my feet. And up. And back. And up. Okay. Then for tall, I can get onto the hump. All this I borrowed from the ladder barrel. All this from the ladder barrel. And I can lean back and up. And back and up. And my legs are pulling from the hamstrings, not the quads, so I can do this. side to side, twist and reach, and twist and reach, and twist, open. Ooh, my right leg stopped reaching. It slipped out. Twist, lean, twist, and up. Right around the world. Then tree. Make sure you're off that apex. Grab a leg, straighten and bend. Walk up, head to the knee, flex and point. And then I go back, get that leg up. I really have to work into the back of my left leg. Down, up, down, up. Cool. That's it. That's your short box series. So again, I borrowed it from the ladder barrel. So if you're like, oh, just making shit up, I just got from there. So it exists. Oh, Miranda said actually that it is not easy. You have to use your hamstring. And that's what you're probably not using on your reformer. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I need to do. One, oh my goodness. All right. One thing I need your help with. If there's anyone in the AM group that you have not practiced with before, I need you to put that in the chat so Heather and I can make notes for this weekend. So please toss in the chat. And if you work with everyone, you have nothing to write. If there's anyone, no, Laura, do not use the strap. It is mimicking the ladder barrel. And we'll learn on Saturday, we are not hooking our feet on the ladder barrel to go back. So it's a push, it's a reach. Just like on the reformer, you don't hang off the strap, you reach into it, same thing. So yeah. Okay. If you work with everyone, great. If you have more people, you're putting that in the chat right now. The next thing you're gonna do is take a minute, not a minute, 30 seconds to write down, not in the chat yet, just write down in your notes, the 3 mat exercises that are frustrating you in your body. If you only have 2, you just write 2, but I'm giving you opportunity to write down 3.
Leslie?
Yeah.
I completely missed that. What was that?
Oh, 3 mat exercises that you struggle with.
Okay,
3
thanks.
mat. Mm-hmm. You just want to get more out of. So you don't have to toss them in the chat yet. You can if you want. You don't want to forget them, but don't have to. Okay. So I'm gonna use, since Vicky tossed in the chat, I'm gonna use Vicky's. So what we're about to do, you're gonna hate me. I promise you, this is a good exercise. I promise you, you don't have to be amazing. But I am going to take Vicky's exercise and take one of them. Okay. And I'm going to talk about what exercises on for today, the small barrel or the spine corrector that can help Vicky out. Okay. That I think could help Vicky out. We haven't tried it. I could be wrong, but my goal with you guys is to be able to like connect. It's okay. Connect exercises together. And the good news is we're not even going to try it. We don't even have to be right. It's just trying to get our brains to understand these exercises, right? And then, maybe Vicky will play later and let me know, but not necessarily in this moment because we don't have enough time for everyone to do this. Okay. So Vicky struggles with a few exercises. My audio got quiet. Are we good? Is it good? Okay. Um, so shoulder bridge. All right. If I was working with Vicky and we'd done the mat work and I saw that her shoulder bridge was struggling, based on what I think could go wrong in shoulder bridge, tightness in the front of the hips, weakness in the hamstrings, quads overworking, not being able to get the pelvis long, right? Like those are the things that usually go wrong. Then on the spine corrector, I want to do the circles, walking, probably some bicycle, some shoulder bridge. I'm also going to want to do the arm series because it's possible she needs to get open in her chest to stand on her shoulders. Right. So that's what I'm going to do with her at the end of our mat. All right. So that's what we're doing. So now, Vicky, pick someone on the screen and ask them what you just have. So they might give you 3, Vicky. You just have to pick one of them, just one. I didn't do your other 2. Okay. We might have time to do this a couple of times. So Vicky, pick someone, and that someone's going to give out the exercise they wrote down, and you're going to pick one. You'll have to unmute Vicky, and you'll have to pick someone.
Okay, Cordelia.
Cordelia, what are the exercises you wrote down? You have to unmute Cordelia. So sorry.
Hey, rocking, side bend, and swan.
So Vicky, pick one of those: rocking, side bend, or swan.
Swan.
Okay, so she struggles with swan. So what on the small barrel or spine corrector would you want to do with her?
I think I would want to do the arm series. Actually, I would want to do the leg series because part of what might be going on in Swan is that she could be tight in her legs and not allow it to be long. I would also want to actually practice the Swan grasshopper and see if she can get into that in the swimming.
Yeah, I love that. So I would do arm series, leg series, then put her on top and see what happens. Brilliant. Mm-hmm. Great. Okay, Cordelia, who do you want to pick on the screen? Your turn.
Oh my God. Melanie.
All right, Melanie, what exercises?
I picked teaser, open leg rocker, and boomerang.
Teaser, open leg rocker, and boomerang. Wow, they're all the same. So Cordelia, you can pick any one.
Teaser.
Okay. So on the small barrel or spine corrector, what are some of the exercises you would check in with?
God. Obviously the teasers. The arm series to find the arm back connection. The leg series to find the back of the legs in case it's overworking the front of the hips and the quads. Yeah.
So I would go arm series, leg series, then check her teasers.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that enough?
Love it. Yeah, that's perfect. It's enough. Right, Kitty? You have like 10 minutes to work with people. Like that's 10 to 15 minutes. That's a perfect your exercise section, right? Okay, Melanie, your turn. Pick someone.
I picked Miranda.
All right, Miranda, what are your 3?
Control balance, swan, and kneeling side kicks.
Sorry, what was your middle one? Second one?
Swan.
Swan. Okay. All right. Control balance, swan, and kneeling side kicks. I'm going to pick control balance. And I'm going to have you do the, it was when, let's see, you have you're grabbing your hands, the overhead practice. So your hands are on the handles, your head is up against the big hump of the spine corrector, take the feet up and over, take the legs up and over, and then practice that reach. I would do that. I would also probably do the arm series as well to find that width in the shoulders, stand in the shoulders. Let's see, what else would I have you do? That's all I can think of right now.
Right. All right. Let's give that a go in your practice, Miranda. All right, Miranda, who are you picking?
Dan.
All right, Dan, what are yours?
I pick kneeling side kick, side bend, and control balance.
Let's do kneeling side kick. So I would do side kicks on the spine corrector and just to work on like controlling where your leg is when you're on your side. I think I'd also do the leg series just to open up your hips a little bit because I find for my any side kicks I do, my hips are tight, so that kind of prevents how far my leg can go. What else? Kneeling side kick. Maybe some side sit-ups to strengthen the sides of the body, just while you're holding yourself up, and those kneeling side kicks help strengthen the sides. Yeah, that's all that comes to mind right now.
Yeah, that's a lot. I think, did you say side kick, Miranda?
Yeah,
And you said leg series?
yeah.
Yeah, I think those, it'd be interesting to see. I would say watch what he does in his side kicks before you go into, we don't want him to be in his hip flexors. So yeah, just see how he handles that and if he stays in the seat, but leg series for sure, shoulder bridge. Yeah, yeah, like it a lot. Okay, Dan, your turn.
I'm like, who hasn't gone yet? Desi, have you gone?
Desi hasn't gone. We have Desi, Gwyneth, Jamila, Christine, and if Sally Joe's around. Who are you picking, Dan?
Desi?
All right, Desi.
I have swan, rocking, and hip circles.
Let's see. I think hip circles. Probably leg series on the spine corrector, just open up the hips, and then probably teaser, and then hip circles on the spine corrector.
All right.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Desi, you're up.
I will pick Christine.
Okay. High bridge, swan dive, and rocking.
Swan dive, and I didn't hear what was the other one?
Swan dive, high bridge, swan dive, and rocking.
I still can't hear the last one. Why am I deaf?
What was the last
Swan
high
dive?
bridge? Swan dive,
Yes,
high
swan.
bridge.
High bridge. High
Rocking.
bridge.
Walking. That's what I thought she said. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
No,
you.
rocking.
From like the
Rocking.
oh, rocking. Me too. So I can't help you with that.
So you can pick
High bridge. I would probably do on here. I would do the leg series because I think everybody needs leg series, and I would do the bridge, like the shoulder bridge. I think that's it. Yeah.
Christine, the high bridge, do you feel like your legs are weak or your upper body is struggling? What part of the high bridge do you feel like you're lacking?
It's my wiggly torso. The instability. It's because I'm so my legs are doing it, and I have rotation issues in one of my legs, so I have some,
She's got some rotation issues. She's got a
my
wiggly
femur
center. Yeah.
You have such strong arms, though. Like your arms are so strong. You can
Yes,
muscle through it. That's what I do.
That's exactly what she does. And she's got a wiggly center. So she can do it on the spine corrector because she can wiggle. But on the reformer, she can't wiggle, right? Because the carriage is like, so. Is there anything else you want to add? Because she's got a wiggly center.
Would we work on teaser? to try and strengthen the center.
I think that's
It's-
fine. I was thinking like that, or even I was thinking like the swan and the um swimming, not the grasshopper because she was cheating on
Mm.
that one. Little wiggles. Like it was but and then Vicky put side sit-ups. I think there's a few things. I think there's a few routes you can go on that because it depends on since it's a wiggly center, I think we gotta find her center.
Everything. So we would
Yeah.
just break out the barrels deck and go.
No, I think
The
no,
whole
I
thing,
think
all
I'm
of it.
just kidding.
yeah. Yeah,
Let's
I
just
think
try it on. That's what I like to
I
do.
think you're absolutely right with the leg series, Desi, and watching that her pelvis isn't moving. And then I think you're right with teaser. And try the side sit-ups or because it's in this one. I think that's fine. That's enough.
Do you think the side sit-ups more so with your arms out or no?
I would put a bar between her arms because she's a wiggler.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
She's a trickster.
She looks good doing it though, so
She does. She does. She does. Okay, so Christine, you get to pick Jamila or Gwyneth. Oh, you muted yourself, Christine.
Oops. Jamila. I picked Jamila.
All right. All right, Jamila, your turn.
Hello. Control balance, hip twist, and side bend.
Control balance, hip twist, and side bend.
Hip circles.
Yeah,
No,
sorry, hip circles. Yeah.
Hip circles, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll pick hip circles because I struggle with those two a little bit. Hip circles. Definitely the leg series because all like especially like the what's it's called not can but especially
Yeah,
that
it's you can call
that
it
one.
hip twist. Yeah.
Yeah, the can and the I think the circles, the rolling the knee circles will be really good from the leg series to get a sense of where the circle comes from. And then like the whole leg series, just getting the sense of your seat activated. I think the teaser will be really good facing in to get a sense of what it is to feel supported in the hip circle, and then challenge it facing out to challenge that. Oh, and then the arms up and down to get a feeling of the arms reaching behind you on hip circles to get the strength of that. So the arm circle series would be good, and arms up and down. I think that's enough. Yeah.
Okay, I like it. So I would go arm series, do the whole thing. Let's do the whole thing. It doesn't take a long time. And then leg series, maybe remove what you think isn't going to be useful, but go in the order and end on that. And then get her on the hip circles on the spine corrector, see how it's going. Yeah, I like it. All right, Jamila, you get Gwyneth.
All right. Gwyneth, what do you have?
I put down high scissors and high bike, crab and control balance.
Ooh. All right. High scissors, high bike, control balance, and
Crab.
And crab.
Yeah.
Gwyneth went for 4, and they're all upside down. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry. The theme.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the easy thing to start with is the leg series. What's your biggest thing with those, like the high scissors and the high bike? Like, where do you struggle with that?
It's definitely the like feeling the like back of my leg. I find if I've like warmed up my like fast, it's a lot better. It's just like the connecting to the back of your leg.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that would definitely benefit all of those. And then also that's going to help with like the hip stability and then feeling that fast connection in the back of the legs, just doing that whole series. Trying to think what else could work. Yeah, I mean, because they're all so similar, I'm kind of struggling with what else would benefit her if she's struggling mostly with the legs and the inversion.
So that's a great question, Jamila. So when people struggle with inversions,
Yeah.
it could be it could be the leg part, like it's not reaching enough, or it could be they don't have anything to stand on. So you could add the arm series here because it helps them open up their chest and give them something to stand on.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think you could do the arm and the leg series there, and you're gonna actually see that Gwyneth's all four of Gwyneth's things get better.
I think both of those things are a problem for me. So the arms and the legs.
Yeah, I mean, because well, and it's hard for Gwyneth, right? Because she's a bendy body, so she has
Mhm.
tightness in her hamstrings, but she can kind of hang off of her lower back or hang off of her upper, like her low ribs. So
Yeah.
for her, it's like Christine, we got to get the wiggles out,
Yeah.
and then so.
So
But
then, mhm.
go
I was
ahead.
going to say maybe even like some swan and swimming, if she's hanging off of her back, she would need some posterior strengthening then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant,
Hmm.
fun little
Yeah.
series. I love it. Okay, Gwyneth, I think Sally Joe is too horizontal to give you three things, but I'll speak for Sally Joe. She is getting better at her roll up, but she also is needs a little help with her teaser and her neck pull. And we know it's because her lower back curve is a bit deeper. So what would you give her?
Hmm. Oh, that's a good question. I feel like she needs strength. She needs to lengthen her lower back for sure. So I feel like even doing something like the short box series that you did, like just finding her length there and then finding her tall back without arching, like finding that really tall back. And then I mean you could go into I mean leg series and arm series are good, I feel like for a lot of things, and then do teaser after you've done those. And I think like all of that would be really good for her.
Yeah, I think so. I think all that to just help her. The more she can get strength into her center, and they'll help. She can't go off. There's a lot of feedback there. I think it's great. All right, and that's everyone, right? No one got missed. Okay, so um, now what we're gonna do is we're going to take an exercise you think you do really well. What's an exercise you think you do really, really well? Just one. Write it down. Okay. And Vicky's at it again with the first one. She's on it. She believes she slays at Saw. Okay. So now, Desi, you get to go first. Desi, Vicky slays at Saw. Is there anything that because she slays at Saw, you might consider exploring on the spine corrector to enhance what she's
Oh,
getting out of it, or because she does it so well?
so she does saw really great. And what would I
Hmm.
do with her on the
Yeah. What do you
spine
think?
corrector?
Yeah, because she does it so good. Is there anything that wow,
Maybe the
maybe she could
short
do?
box series that
Yeah, let's do it.
and see
Yeah.
how she can keep her feet planted and not want to use a strap
Uh-huh.
because
Brilliant.
and
I
twist.
like. The more you talk, the more I like it. Because if she's so good at her saw, she should be able to reach her legs down, no
Hmm.
problem. And then she should be able to
Do around the
do
world and
twists
twist
around the
and all of
world,
it
the whole thing.
because it's really
Ooh,
hard.
not easy. I love it. Okay, Des, that's amazing. All right, Vicky, pick somebody other than Des. She'll
Hmm.
be the last one, everyone.
Good, because I don't know
Um,
what I'm good at.
okay, good.
I gotta think.
Melanie and Sally Joe can help you out, I'm sure. So Vicky, pick somebody and same thing.
Jamila.
Jamila, what do you slay at,
Uh,
Jamila?
well, I've been really working hard on my teasers, and I think I can be a little proud of where I've gotten from the beginning. So,
I love it. Okay, so Vicky, she slays at her teasers. What do you want to do on the spine corrector to either challenge that or
Know what I would do
reveal
that.
more?
I want to do the leg circles to arm circles overhead. That
So
that
I would
last one
pick.
we did. What is it called?
The leg circles on the head?
Yeah, that one. I want to do that and have her work on coming up in her teaser on top of the barrel.
Oh, 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 Jamila, that's a challenge. I love it. I love it. All right, Jamila, you pick someone other than Des and Vicky. Des will be the last one.
Let's see. How about Miranda?
All right, Miranda, what do you play, babe?
I think my spine stretch forward has gotten really good. I've gotten good at finding like that lift in my waistline and like the oppositional reach, without like overextending my shoulders. So that's one that I think I'm proud of lately.
Good. Yeah, I think also that short box series would be really nice for her as well. Since she's got that nice articulation and mobility in the spine, we could challenge that even further with some short box series on top of that spine corrector with the dowel. I think we could do that.
Cool. Love it. Great. All right, Miranda, you pick someone else.
Cordelia.
All right, Cordelia, what do you slay, babe?
Push-ups, maybe I can do them.
I think you slay a few things. I'll give you your push-ups. I agree.
Okay. Um, Maybe I would have you do some swan and some swimming because if you have good push-ups, I think you have a really good back of the body connection. So just trying to challenge that a little bit with your balance, and swan and swimming.
Like it. I like it. All right, Cordelia, who are you gonna pick?
Gwyneth.
Gwyneth. What do you slay at, Gwyneth?
These two exercises are very similar, so I kind of just put both was swimming and rocking. They're both extension, so I think I do them pretty easily.
Cool. So if they're easy on the mat, then definitely doing them on the barrel will be much more challenging. So definitely do it on the barrel. What else? I think that's all I can think of. My mind is dead right now. It's 10 to 10.
It is 10 to 10 for Cordelia. I think that's good.
Yeah, I
I'd add, if she thinks they're great, I would add the high bridge.
okay.
That's the only thing I would say to add there because you're correct, definitely. And then if she says she does rocking really well, the high bridge is upside down rocking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Cordelia gets, normally it's Jamila who's dying because she's later, but Jamila switched to Florida for this. So she is in the same heat that we are.
It's also summer season. There's just so much on every night. I need
I
everyone
know.
to work and stop being on holiday. So last night I was out again. It's terrible.
You're great, babe. Those are brilliant answers. Okay, Gwyneth, you're up, babe.
I'll do Melanie.
Okay.
I think I've been doing really well with my roll up. I've been really being able to like connect into my back body, my thighs to help me get up and finding more articulation and more of my longest round shape.
Okay. So the roll up. Let me just look at what I mean, if you said it connecting to like the back of your legs, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, something that will make this harder, I guess, would be like, I mean, I know the leg series is like a basic thing, but doing some of the harder like exercises in that and like finding that reach in the back of your legs, or even in the short box series, like pushing down with your legs, I feel like is really helpful for those kinds of things. I'm curious what Leslie would say about that.
I think that's a wise thing. I think you could do those, try the leg circles onto the head. I think that would be fine. There's not, she could also do the ab series on top, if you really wanted to. And then, or you could challenge her teaser facing out. right? Going out and then having to come up into that roll up. I think, but I honestly think if you had done the hard stuff at the leg series, you would have seen what else. Sometimes it's just good to have one answer and then just see what happens. Cause like, oh, whoa, I thought you're like, actually, I can see what you're doing now, like it helps. Yeah. Great job. All right. Melanie, I think we have Christine left, Dan left.
Dan.
I think like my high scissors and bicycle definitely got way better since we started.
Yeah.
Okay, high scissors, high bicycle. I think I would want to also probably challenge you with those, like when I said, those like harder elements from the leg series. Let's see, what else would I do? Probably, yeah, I think that's what I would do. Just like continue working on your connection into the back of your leg.
I think if you're including the hybrid in that, you're good. I like it. All right, Dan, you get Christine, and then Christine gets Desi.
Okay. I feel like my rolling like a ball is really good in that.
It is.
Only like a ball. Maybe the short box on the spine corrector would be like a really good one. At least the first one, like to see how far you can roll back and use your like push your feet into the mat to kind of see what that looks like.
Yeah, I like it. I think that'll be really revealing for her. Gonna be fun. Yeah. All right, Christine, you get Desi. Desi, you have to have something by now.
Oh, I was just going to say the ad series. Mine is crisscross.
Yeah.
Right. So then I would do the ab series on top of the spine corrector, horizontal. And then if you're feeling super, super amazing, I would do it a short raise on top to make life even more fun. And then I think after that, then I keep coming back to those teasers. I think those teasers facing in and out are really revealing of where your center is. So I think that would be fun to play with how much you can move your arms and legs away from center, since since series of 5 is all about center. So I think that would be fun too.
Did you say teaser? Yeah. Okay. I like that. That makes a lot of sense. I love it. Fun. Okay. We know Sally Jo was rocking at some great stuff. So Melanie, what is Sally Jo rocking at lately?
Sally Jo, I think, continues to do a teaser really well. She's doing her ab series well. Let's see, roll up has improved a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vicky, you get to go extra today. What, based on that, what would you give Sally Jo on the spine corrector? You're muted, babe.
If she's doing her ad series well on the mat, I would like to take it to the well of the spine corrector and have her work it there, see how that goes. And if that goes well, then I would progress her to crossways of the apex and see what happens there. Again, leg series is always helpful because it's strengthening the front to the back body connection and extension. So I think that's helpful to get the thighs really active in the ab series.
Yeah.
So those are the things I would do.
I love it. That is great. Thank you guys for doing this. Can you imagine if we did this on the mat weekend with the props?
No.
No. You're like, no. Yeah, no, I would never. There's a reason why this does not happen until the barrels weekend. Do you guys hear how much more confident you guys are? You just reviewed these exercises today. Literally just did it. you know? And look at how much the material is like becoming like, oh, that's that. Oh, that's that. And here's the beautiful thing. You can get it fucking wrong and go, oh, that does not look like what I thought. And guess what it's going to give you? Information about what they need, right? Information what they need. And so we're going to wrap up day one, mostly because in my house, we're dead. We have to get to the AC of the other one. And Brad and I have to move a lot of furniture at the same time. So I want to say thank you for really showing up today. Truly like allowing yourself to just show up, because I could tell from each and every single one of you that you like tried everything. You gave it all, and then you like did things that would scare you. Like on the mat weekend, I couldn't get any of you to be on screen. Do you see how I didn't have to do any? I only do a couple things. And that is what I love about this weekend, because I just love how full circle we get. And you guys really have stepped into yourself, and you guys know so much more than you give yourself credit for. So tomorrow, we are going to do a mat workout and a spine corrector workout. Then we are going to double check if there's any questions. So if any questions come up, please write them down. Like if you're in the middle of the night, like, oh, just write it down so don't forget it, right? Write it down. Then we're going to dive into the ladder barrel. Okay, there's a lot on the ladder barrel. And that's tomorrow. Okay, Sunday I will do C shaper. Usually I do it on Saturdays. I've moved it to Sundays because there's just so much on the ladder barrel to get through. Okay, so here is the most important information. A lot of you did more extension work than you normally ever do. Make sure you drink lots of water, do some massages, maybe roll like a ball a lot more than you think. Okay, do not go crazy. If you are AM people watching PM, I don't want to see a ton more extension work, okay? Enjoy sitting still and watching them, okay? Because you will feel sore along the sides of your spine. That is okay. Sore in the neck, sore in the lower back, I don't want. So if you get tired, we start to hang. So please do some roll-ups, do some rolling like a ball. If there's things you do, I really feel like people in my house are so warm, everything's gonna feel fine tomorrow, but just be kind to yourself because you did extension sat, so take care of yourself, okay? And if you need anything, let me know, but I'll see you guys. Those who come in the afternoon, I'll see you in an hour in AC. And then tomorrow we're gonna use the Airbnb as well. So we'll be in the AC, so we'll be good, okay? Thank you all so much. Heather, before we go, Heather, any last words of wisdom? Are you inspired? Is that amazing?
You guys are awesome. That was so awesome to watch. And I was like having flashbacks to my group of terms of how we came full circle. But yeah, you are all awesome, strong movers. It was really cool to watch all the bodies. So congrats.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Anything that they need to know for the rest of the program or when it's over? Is there any lasting things you want to leave? I don't think we get to see you again until they're graduated.
Just like still be in it. Like it's just enjoy it, be in it. And sorry, I can't find my words. I guess some of the feedback some of you shared this morning, like I felt as well. And so keep letting that kind of empowerment and confidence and curiosity linger. It just keeps making things more enjoyable for your own practice, for teaching clients, for being in a studio, just being curious. So enjoy it. Thank you for letting me be here. It was really cool to see you guys from weekend one, weekend two to the final weekend. And congratulations on almost finishing your last weekend.
Heather, it's so good to have you. Always great words of wisdom. And I truly like think that maybe the people who do weekend one have to do weekend five as far as my helpers, because like there just need to be more people saying they changed so much other than me. I think that way they believe it. Yeah. All right, you guys, you'll meet Heather again in the alumni group. She's wonderful. She's amazing. She's in Seattle if you're ever there. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you all so much. Heather, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.